All right, not my usual rum and coke intro. I just used my generic one. I'm going back to my old OBS here, guys. So hopefully we won't have any audio problems tonight because I just want to drink and drink heavily. So can you guys hear me? Sound okay? And then we'll ask Craig if we can hear him first. Craig, can we hear you?
No, I can't hear you at all.
Awesome. I see it flashing, so I can hear you. I will look at the outside chat to see if they can hear you. If we're good to go, we're going to drink, and we're going to talk about what the hell just happened.
Yeah. Brainy Beaver says he will be here shortly.
All right, so there's no echo. Everybody sounds good, and they can hear you, I guess. So anyways, who do we got here tonight? We got Cheshire Vic. Yay. She's already half sloshed. Yay. She was primping herself earlier, trying to make herself look pretty. She kind of succeeded.
Always does.
Thanks. I've got an orange juice mix that I put vodka, peach schnapps, blue, or a red sour note.
Did you say glue?
Now it
blue Casero.
Oh,
it now looks like a cup of vomit.
Yeah, it looks like chartreuse vomit.
Yeah,
what do you call that? The chartreuse?
Really it's really good for Halloween.
Yeah, it is chartreuse. Chartreuse is the vomit color.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. It's like pea soup. All right, we got Nick Suter in here who snuck in. I don't know who gave him the link, but that's okay.
No, yeah, I got friends in low places, and I managed to get the key and snuck in before the door got shut. So I lucked out.
We got Dapper Dino with us. Woo! Oh yeah. You are going to be a superstar one day. And again, I tell this to everybody that's been on my channel. We'll see in a few years if you go, Steve who?
Was that guy that looked like Gandalf a bit? Yeah, I remember that little guy.
You think it's a joke, but it has happened. Trust me.
I'll remember Steve.
All right. I got high hopes for you, man. And we got Jen Morgan. Jen, you are new. Well, I've known her a while, but you're new to actually coming on, I guess.
I'll come on to you anytime, Steve. Just let me know.
Ooh.
Hey, I think that means Nikki has some competition.
Oh, you guys has a lot of competition nowadays.
The rest of us could leave and just leave the two of you here.
No, man, we're in the group thing, man. It's
cool. Hell no, I'm not going anywhere.
She got notes.
You're selling tickets is what you're doing.
Oh, I have to go somewhere. I got to finish off this 6-pack from movie night.
Well, that's what we're gonna do. I am drinking a little bit dark rum tonight because I couldn't find my scotch. So I had a little dark rum left.
What kind of dark rum? Do you have like the caramel type, or do you have what brand?
This is I don't know. It's cheap, real cheap.
What's it say on the bottle?
You want me to go get it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. Give me a second. We also got Jasmine in the live chat. If somebody wants to give Jasmine the link, Jasmine, in the super secret place that we can't talk about, it has the link to join us, Jasmine, if you want to come in.
That's what I just regularly try to kick Steve off of his own channel.
Why not?
That sounds like a fun.
Everybody else does too.
Notice we asked him to walk 20 feet, and he hasn't even been able to do it yet. Okay, so he's sort of thinking about no, ain't gonna happen. Oh, there it goes.
I noticed, Craig, last time I was on with you, you were in a proper house, but now you're in front of a globe again.
Yes, I'm in space in my secret NASA headquarters. Oh, I say secret NASA headquarters. They took me here against my will. The same way they just sneak into my house at night and then install holographic generators in my hand.
Well, that actually sounds kind of cool.
Do you guys have to deal with the agent just like hanging around all the time as well, or is just me? I mean, I feed them stuff because it's here all the time.
I've got a friend that
really don't have to deal with anything unless I CGI it into my world.
I want you guys to notice that I've had this for quite some time, and that's all I've had of it. So anybody who thinks I'm an excessive drinker clearly doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, because I got dust on this thing. It actually has dust. Okay, so I mean, I don't drink very often, and even when I have rum coke nights, I don't drink that much. So I'm not a big drinker.
Oh yeah.
Make a hot fudge sundae, make it into a float, and put vodka or dark rum in it, because dark rum's got that caramel flavor to it. Mwah, mwah.
But whenever I get dark rum, though, I have trouble not putting into some ginger beer with some lime in one of my copper mugs.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like using my pewter mugs for that.
Yeah.
Ooh, pewter.
Wait,
not real pewter with lead, though.
Jasmine, Jasmine, hang on real quick. I got a girl. Wait. Jasmine, you don't ever have to be shy with me. Ever. Ever. I like Jasmine. But anyways, Welcome to the after show for the Fight to Flat Earth, whatever the hell that was, with Hippie, Happy Hippo, whatever, HipHopHippy, and Brainy.
HipHopHippy, come on.
HipHopHippy and Brainy.
Beaver.
Okay. Now he was cool. I like him, but.
Before we get too far down that fight, did you know about like what's going on with Sean and the donation pool going on?
Yes. I was on the stream on Red's channel the other day.
Yeah. Are you? I wasn't able to catch the whole thing because it was like 4 hours long, I think. Are you doing anything for the drive, or are you? Because I know I'm in the drive.
What do you mean by the drive? Just to try and push it forward a bit more?
No, like the tier rewards. Like, are you part of the rewards?
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to be in the calendar. I know that much.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
July. Yeah, I said I'd be July.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah,
So
Sean's an amazing guy, and he's given me a lot of advice on how to improve my arguments and stuff. And it was really, really nice to see the community rally around as much as they did on that stream of Reds. So anyone listening now, if you're able to help out Sean, because he's been in a dire situation. If like everyone that subscribed to all of us just like donated £1 or $1, then he'd be sorted and we could get him located.
Yeah, people are asking in chat. Essentially, Sean Hufford has gotten himself into a little bit of a financial strain, and we're trying to raise. I think our stretch goal is 10 grand.
Yeah,
so we can get him not just in a situation where he is out financially, but also we want to relocate him so he can get to a place because he's being discriminated against, so he's having trouble finding work. So we want to move to a place where
I was more than happy to donate to that. That's something that
Yeah, I'm donating. I don't have money. I'm an artist. I don't.
I'm
donating my body.
I didn't know that. I donated nudes, but whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
If only nudes had an official monetary value.
I'm pretty sure my donation is essentially if we reach high enough in the tier goal. I just don't know what the tier levels are. If we reach high enough in the tier goal, I believe I'm doing a bikini shoot.
Nice. If we reach high enough, I'll do a bikini shoot.
Yeah, perfect. Even better.
I don't like Sean that much.
I'll do a bikini shoot.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, dino bikinis. You've never seen that before.
No, definitely not.
No.
Kawasa, super chat. 5,001. My donation for Buy Stevie a bottle of British Naval Imperial Fund. They say it's a good brand of rum. Yeah, and by the way, I mean, like I said, every so often I'll go out and buy something. I just happen to have this dark rum for a while. I still have that bottle of Johnny Walker, which I wish I could be drinking now because that's really good stuff, but I don't know where the hell I put it. But
I'll actually grab the link for Sean and put it in the chat if that's okay with you, Steve.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Ergo, $10. Thank you, Ergo Cognita, but no message.
Kyle's lawyer sent for $1.99. Not scared. Good luck getting my mailing address.
Yeah, we had a cheapskate.
He's good at hiding it.
Yeah, Kyle's lawyer has.
Is it in Mexico? Is your mailing address in Mexico?
That's where he's got his degree from, his law license.
Well, I think it was. I caught a glimpse of the address. I think it was like 371 Fantasyland in.
Okay, real quick. If you want to donate to Sean, there's a link to do it.
Chat.
But Sparky, that $5 you just gave to me, I will go back to my PayPal and give Sean another $5 out of that. Okay.
Hey, Kyle's lawyer, let's you and me go toe to toe on bird law and see who comes out the victor. Because I'm a dinosaur, so.
So basically,
link is in the chat for anybody who wants to donate there. That I think that's going to be going for some time. I think it's 4 months that'll be up for.
I know that like the amounts that we've been talking about, it seems like a lot, but it's not just for nothing. Sean has to pay out his current lease that he has before he's able to actually move, otherwise he'll end up getting sued for that. And we're trying. He's got a job offer waiting for him, so if we can relocate him to that place where he's got that job waiting, then that's Sean sorted.
We're not just trying to get him out of his current little bit of a financial predicament, but we're trying to get him relocated so it won't happen again.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we would just give him enough to pay for his rent for the next couple of months, in a couple months he's fucked again. So we're trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
And he does a lot for the community, so it's nice to be able to give back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
And also, hey, if you want to see bikini shots of fight
And Dapper.
and Dabber,
Well, and Chesh too. Come on.
eh.
I just sent it to him on behalf of you.
I mean, I'm not saying that no one would look at bikini shots of Chesh, but come on. Everyone's seen ladies in bikinis. How many dinosaurs in bikinis?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. If it was a choice between you or Chesh, I would absolutely go Chesh. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh wait.
Even I would. What does that? I mean, just no offense.
He had you in the first half, and he just swerved it.
Real.
I'm not so sure. That's a pretty hot dinosaur.
Top 10 anime.
I'm not
betrayals.
judging. We all have our kinks. Right?
Teppo Tulupi in the chat has asked me to sell my bath water. Sure.
No.
Oh my god, they're telling me to. Listen, I will absolutely sell you my bathwater if you can pal me 10 grand.
What do you think
right
I'm drinking now?
Yeah.
I will also sell Chesh's bathwater if you'll send me 10 grand.
Yeah. Hey, I'll get in on that action.
You gotta admit, that one chick that came up with that shit,
so
fucking
brilliant.
Genius, right?
Oh my god,
fucking
I
genius.
respect that. That's so good.
I mean, it's bullshit, and I think she's a con artist, but it's at least brilliant.
I do believe, however, for my bikini shoot, if that does end up happening, I believe we're making it public for everybody if we reach that goal. So it's not just going to be the people who donated. You'll actually be able to help out a friend.
Yeah. and that's one thing I do love about the community is that, when Reds needed stuff, people rally together. When Sean needs stuff, people rally together. Are you going
to stream the photo shoot?
Red Eye, oh goody, Chesh is a Twitch thought. Listen, I can dream. I just want the
She's
money.
Not good enough games to be a Twitch thought.
Bullshit, I'm not.
That's how you get it. See, she like fight me, bitch.
Yeah, no, at me.
YouTube Surgeon General says 10K for bathwater. I'll drink that for $100.
Yes, I've never played CS:GO, and I still bet I'm better at it than Steve is.
Yeah. Well, I suck at CS:GO. This has already been established. That's already been established. By the way, off the record, we're double that other channel right now. We're just drinking. What does that tell you?
Chester Copperbottom asked how much for Steve's beard trimmings.
They're mine.
Well, as long as it's beard trimmings, I don't know.
His beard is actually where he gets his powers from.
I do nose, eyebrow, and other areas as well.
It's like Samson from the Bible.
At my age, you got to groom, man. I'm telling you, it affects men more. But my dad had this. He would get that one little hair that just kind of goes all over the place, and so I don't trim like women do. I just say you're done, and it's fucking.
That's a really good idea. Somebody said I could probably get 10 grand for farts. So could I put farts in a bottle and sell it?
Hey guys,
So
if I said just completely randomly 53 up, 138 down, any of you know what I'm talking about?
I do. Even if I didn't know, I would know. Yeah.
No.
That's the non-sex current live stream.
Their big guess is G-Man. G-Man is their big guess that okay. And by the way, Nikki, I love you too. I love Nikki.
I dropped in on that, and it was not going well.
Who else is there? It's G-Man and a co-host, right? Because Kyle is to watch by himself, so he has to have
GE
somebody.
is so great at this stuff.
Carl looks like he's in a new $14 suit.
Oh God.
We had Fight Flare. How many did we have watching the debate? I'm sorry, what?
It tipped at 633.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd be willing to toss in some gently used panties if it would help.
Couldn't hurt.
Oh man, are we selling panties? Yes. In on this.
Yeah, slightly.
Hey, I'll sell my panties. Wait, I don't wear panties.
Well, you
I can wear panties and then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wear them for a day for a good cause.
I don't wear them either, but I will.
Why is Jim Majors not in here? What is wrong with people? Jim.
Wait. Yeah, Jim was in the. I don't what. Jim, would you like a link? I will get you a link.
He gets a link anyways, whether he likes it or not.
For a link. I'm going to send you a link, Jim.
Yes, we can hear you, Beaver.
Link.
Oh, okay, sorry, thank you.
Yeah,
hey, Steve.
He doesn't get a choice in the matter. Yes, sir.
Brainy Beaver just had his very first debate. How do you think he did?
Yeah, I think smart guy. I think that clearly he knows the topic. I think he did really fine. I think it has ass handed him because clearly you don't see curve. But, but other than that, no, I thought he did really well.
It was just like maybe 4 hours before the show was due to go live. I was like, you know what, Brainy, I want you to create me a 10-minute presentation. He was like, fuck, I've only got a few hours to do that. And it was pretty much spot on 10 minutes. Well, he had 4 seconds left.
Yeah, that was really good timing.
And I gave HipHopHippy the same time, the same request, and he turned up and he went, I can't see a curve. End of story.
But that 8 seconds, he just proved the round Earth.
Oh, Reds is in the chat and he says, I will sell my promise to never show you my ugly as fuck face. Well, one of the stretch goals for Sean is if we reach 100,000, then we won't show you Red's face.
Yeah. It's 100,000?
In the chat,
more than worth it.
In the chat, Jet Qatar says, I'll buy some urine, but it's not because I want your urine. I have a test coming up of Sparks.
Okay. You don't watch Cheshires then.
Okay, have you seen that episode of Star Trek with the blind woman who no one knows is blind until the 2/3 of the episode?
Well, I know now, spoiler.
Yeah, well, Reds is the alien from that episode. So watch that episode and you'll know why you don't want to see Red's face.
That's not true. I know that's not true because if Reds had been on syndicated TV, half the world would have been turned into stone by the magician.
No, you don't see the alien. That's the whole point.
It's all imaginary.
And he almost dies.
So did the writer of Bird Box come up with that after seeing Red's face, or?
Probably,
and now everybody's talking about you.
That was Diana Mulder.
We can still hear you, Chess.
The writer of Bird Box. That's fucking hilarious.
Chess SFY, that doesn't cut your mic like you think it does.
Fuck. Oh well, whatever.
Yeah. Kyle's Lara, $2. Quality over quality over quantity. GE and G-Man relaunch success. Ergo, $2. Just sent Sean $10 too. He's good peeps. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, and I sent him some more money too. That was from somebody else, so I want to make sure that goes to the right place. How did Steven Steen get a wrench over here though? That's what I like to know.
Oh, Steven Steen.
That's a mistake.
That's a mistake. That's fail.
Who wants to see a debate between Steven Steen and Reds?
I do.
Oh, I would love to see that.
I do.
I would pay in good bathwater money to see that.
Oh, can you get Ansgard in here too, please, if he wants to join?
Yeah, I just spoke to Ansgard. He says he's busy tonight, but I'm trying to convince him to ditch the wife and get in.
Okay, we all talking about
bring the wife too. Yeah, bring him.
We like her, man. We like him half the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let me see.
Are you selling Gamer Girl P yet? Is that a thing yet, or are we still working on like the packaging?
I'm waiting for Look-a-Pig.
Have different years to have like flavor. Like this has been 2 months old. This is aged.
What if it's scented? You could add oils, like essential oils to it, and they could have like a little open top where it could ferment the room a bit.
I think my favorite so far is the idea of chewing gum, because because like specifically it's chewed gum that you get, right? But I think my favorite thing about it is I threw a twist in it and I let you decide what flavor of gum it is.
Oh, you know they're gonna chew on it, and the trick is you leave a bit of flavor in it, right? You chew it up just enough that it's got a bit of flavor still left in it, and you're like, I will guarantee you this has at least 10 minutes of flavor left in it.
Yeah, and the best thing is it lets the buyer have a little bit of fun. So if they want to troll me and send me something nasty as fuck, they can.
See, everybody, if you haven't seen my channel, this is all I'm about. That's why somebody, I was a Radical Sid. It was like watching one of my episodes taking on hip-hop.
I love garlic.
I was just poking fun at him.
Wait, is there actually garlic flavored gum? Because I will buy that.
Yeah, soap gum.
Have you seen the soap gum?
There's garlic flavored ice cream.
Yeah.
Come on.
People used to chew up soap
soap
squares, so they made gum out. Gum the flavor.
Yeah. LOJ88 20 Seek. At least
I still haven't seen.
Yeah, it says at least the super chats are safe for Steve. I know we are in the time limit one here, so we got 10 minutes. And then I have to give you all new links. It's gonna be very difficult. I know. I'm probably just gonna get Zoom because it's
Ergo, who's donating, said I still haven't seen Red's face end up like the Nazis in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, jeez.
Do you have a Zoom that has no time limit?
Me? I was about to say I have meets, but then it's got this. I could open a meets and everybody can get in there, but I don't know. Like if I had to leave at some point, I think it leaves you guys in the same problem.
No, and
you don't have control.
What I'll do is let's see, we got less than 10 people in here. I'll just open a Hangout and then we'll just transfer over there and then transfer back to this one.
I don't think Hangouts exists anymore.
Well,
it does actually.
You can't use it to stream.
Use private Hangouts.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Aqua Groundhog says, I will pay $1,500 for all of FTFE's hair. Done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, done. I will shave every bit of it off for that much money.
Offered, I've accepted.
I'll shave for that much money.
Hey, wait.
I don't care what.
I won't.
For money. So send off.
Now, when
Jim!
you say
Jim,
when you say all of
All
my
right.
hair,
There he is.
Oh, here he is.
He wants all of it. The stuff off the bottom of the balls, the peach fuzz there. He's
The whole 9 yards.
pre-chewed bathwater flavored gum.
oh,
For 1,500, I'll shave the bush and send it to him.
Nick,
I'm really
Nikki
sorry
says-
to interrupt, guys, but Steve, I have something that's really, really important that I really have to share.
Does it deal with your pubes?
What
What's
do you
that?
shave?
What doesn't he says?
He doesn't shave anything. That's not Manscaped down there, I'm sure. What, Jim?
What's that?
No. You go.
What?
Go.
Oh yeah, okay. So do you mind if I screen share real quick?
Well, it depends. You're not gonna get me demonetized. Like worse, you're not gonna get strike, are you?
Oh no, it's not gonna get demonetized. I promise.
3, 2.
Go ahead.
Okay, guys. As you know, I do a lot of biblical research, and recently in my research, I found something that's very, very concerning to say the least. So I'm just going to show you this real quick. It won't take but just a few minutes. Let's see. This isn't easy, guys. It's really not.
You know what? I've been saying this for a while. This end days.
No, this isn't funny. I don't know why people are laughing. This is not funny.
I'm not laughing. You're laughing.
It's the end times, man.
I'm allowed to laugh because I don't live in your country.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Donald Trump is the Antichrist, and I can prove it. So
I believe
the Antichrist is supposed to be like the opposite of Jesus. Jesus started his ministry at 30. Donald Trump was born in 1946, and in 1976, Pat Caudell predicted his presidency. Predicted Donald Trump's presidency.
Didn't the Simpsons also do that?
The Antichrist is supposed to be the man of lawlessness, the coming of the lawless ones by the agent of Satan, with all power and false signs and wonders, and with all wicked deception for those who are perishing because they refuse to love the truth and so be saved.
Is he doing a
Donald
tap?
Trump's always talking about fake news and how
Jim,
and exaggerating
Jim.
with billions.
No,
and billions
Steve,
of
let him
things
go.
that aren't
Let him
true.
go.
I gotta know.
No, this is important, Chesh.
Yeah.
This is important.
It's important. Yeah.
And you can see Donald Trump here sexually assaulting an ex-president.
Yeah, he's saying he's doing a sack tap, like a little cup. Okay.
Trump means little horn. While in Daniel 7:8 it says, while I was thinking about the horns, there before me was another horn, a little one, which came up among them, and 3 of the first horns were uprooted before it. So Donald Trump is the 4th beast. Did you know that Donald Trump has 3 older siblings?
Oh my God.
Mary Ann, Fred Jr., and Elizabeth.
That's him tooting the horn.
Donald Trump made a covenant with Israel, just as it was prophesied. And in recognizing Israel's capital as Jerusalem, Trump has laid the groundwork for rebuilding the temple in which the Antichrist will crown himself as God.
And he just tweeted himself as the chosen one.
It's well known that the devil fuels the Antichrist. In Revelation, we see that the devil fuels him in the form of a dragon. And here we have Kanye West saying that Donald Trump has dragon energy. And Donald Trump replies saying, "Thank you, Kanye." Confirming he is the Antichrist.
Dragon energy. I love that.
Here we have property of Jared Kushner's and the Trump family at 666 Fifth Avenue. At the height of Trump's first fiscal year, the deficit was at $666 billion. On a website, I found a review of Trump's businesses and associations with a listing of 666 of them. In the Bible, it says that the Antichrist will be born to the tribe of Dan. Dan is Hebrew for judge. Donald Trump's mother was a federal judge. There's no denying it. In Matthew 24:21, Jesus tells us that there will be great suffering, such as has not been from the beginning of the world until now. And here we have Donald Trump in his own words saying, "Never, ever threaten the United States again, or you will suffer consequences, the likes of which throughout history have ever suffered before." Just about verbatim. What more evidence do you need, people?
Oh my! I'm convinced.
So believable as the Bible.
Saying, these are scary times. Hold your children close and make sure they know Jesus.
Jim,
yeah, nope.
Jim, I have to say this, Jim. I've always liked you, but now I kind of think you're a prophet.
Real quick. Can we please all just?
Yeah, I think that takes a slow clap.
I will
Bravo.
send all of my bathwater to Jim now.
Wait, I can't.
Wait.
Clap. My arms are too short.
If the Antichrist is real, doesn't that mean flat Earth confirmed?
Pretty much.
We already knew that. Yeah.
I mean, if the Bible is a flat Earth document, then yeah, flat Earth confirmed.
Steve, real quick.
No, it's not
Cheshire-
his sister. It was his mom.
Real quick, Cheshire Cat can't send super chats to this channel for some reason.
I have no idea why.
Well, there's Sweet Ansgar joined us too.
If you say swear words, you can't.
Yeah, and his wife that you wanted him to ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That was the opposite of what we said. Nick wanted him to ditch his wife. We all said get her in here is what we all said.
Yeah, we actually said we like.
Nick, don't worry.
We actually said we like you more than we like him. Besides,
Well, of course, I've got tits.
Thank you, boobs rule everything. I've been saying that for years.
Exactly.
I mean,
everybody knows what my channel's about.
I'm not even a mammal, and I agree.
I mean, boobs make everything better as far as I'm concerned.
Boobs make everything better.
If you can't clap, just bang your head against the table.
Yeah, you know what you've seen one, you've seen both. Anyways, we got about 2 minutes before this is going to close out. I put the link.
Jim, that was amazing.
That was Jim. We'll sing your praises here in a second.
That was insane.
I put the link to the. I got to do it again for the new people that joined us. So we're going to be transferring over to the Hangout here in a second here. So, in fact, just head over there now before it ends because it's not going to. So,
yeah, we already ported over. That's why we're hearing you in God voice.
Yeah. So port over there. So we're moving over there. Here we go. Bye.
What's up?
All right, yay! I've got to.
Well, if Steve is God, then Trump is your fault.
Pretty much.
I got to add this so they can see it now. So 1 second, I got to add another window capture. Let's see here. There we go. All right, now they can see it. Yay! We're back. We're just having old school, man. We're just like doing a hangout. Check this out.
Oh,
I know.
I'm on the wrong sign in. How do I change that?
Don't you kind of miss these hangouts a little bit?
I've got so much high IQ going on, I can't find the right tab.
You're so smart, you're stupid.
Fucking, he'll never live that down. We're gonna be saying that forever.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That's another one. I've been trying to get Red Pill Philosophy on a debate with me, but he keeps saying that I'm just going to mute him so he won't turn up.
Oh, yeah. Wait, so wait. You're what? You're so wait a minute. You're gonna debate escaping atheism?
Red Pill Philosophy.
No, Red Pill Philosophy, not Red Pill
Red
Religion.
Pill Philosophy. Sorry, I'm sorry. I got okay. That makes a lot more sense. I obviously haven't been drinking enough.
Yeah, that's a difference there.
You drink more. Drink more.
Yes, drink
There's
more.
never enough.
Cheers.
Did Sweet manage to figure out how to get over here? By the way, can I talk about her since she's not here yet? I don't see her in here.
I don't know. She just turned up and said something about
boobs.
boobs.
Us in the past.
Yeah, really, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
just abandoned her on the other channel.
No,
she doesn't know what's going on.
Did she get the message? She just sit there going, guys.
She's not by herself.
Apparently, I'm one of my other CGI alter egos. So
I will give her the link.
Tim, the Star Trek Duros guy. I'm Dapper Dino. I don't know, whatever.
No, that's not going to work. Let's see here. I don't have her in my contacts, anything's over there, so I got to add her on Twitter. 1 sec.
I can send her the link.
I got it. I just did it.
Okay.
All right, so she should be coming here soon. She'll get it. But anyways, I think I'm not going to be out to Boston this month.
What?
Hang on. Logistic stuff.
You got here, Josh.
But she's going to be coming out here in September. So.
And what about me, Steve?
We're leaving you far behind as possible.
We're all gonna hang out. We were gonna go to Fenway together.
We're still gonna do that. Oh, we will do that. I will go. I'm gonna get to Boston eventually.
Okay, the best part of the new Godzilla movie was the destruction of Fenway. I'm just gonna say that.
The best part of the new Godzilla movie was Godzilla.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I would agree with you, except that King Ghidorah, or however you want to pronounce it,
Ghidorah.
goes back and forth. You know what? It goes. Look, it goes back and forth on the various dubs. So I don't think there's a particular right way because it goes so far back and forth. But that is the best version of Monster Zero.
I will agree. That is the best. I also really, really like the redesign with the touches that they did for the new Godzilla.
Yeah.
We need to pause real quick and praise the fuck out of Jim for that because that was fucking amazing.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
That was
good. So, Jim, holy shit, dude. That was incredible.
Yeah. I laughed quite hard.
I came up with the idea last minute. I literally did it in like the past hour.
That's inspiring.
I'm going to do it more in depth.
Better than any flat Earth debate presentation that there's ever been.
You
the best thing is if you actually talk to you about that.
You win the internet.
If you put that on the right channel, people would believe that was legit. Like,
oh yeah.
Wait till Russian Vid sees that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Russian Vid's got a video about it already.
Maybe this is how we take him down. Put it out there.
We've been wanting to get him.
And
whose video was this?
Jim, give it to me, and I'll tweet it to him.
Twitter it.
Twitter it.
Is he even back on Twitter yet, or is he still banned?
He's on Twitter.
If I give it to you and you put it on Twitter, you'll probably get banned from Twitter.
What the hell was that hippie hop doing talking about gravity and metaphysics together?
Basically, he doesn't understand the fact that gravity, at least in the Newtonian sense, it is literally just a mathematical expression of what we see happening. And he just goes with the fact because we call gravity a theory, therefore it's just metaphysical.
But you can't add two drops together; it becomes one drop.
That's not what metaphysics even is.
I know.
It's just like the theory of evolution. It's just a theory, right?
So now evolution is metaphysics
his
too?
brain works about as good as my ex's.
Yeah,
my head exploded when he said that if you add the two drops together, I was like, that was fucking plus. So we can cut it in half and divide it. We can absorb one and negative it. And I'm like, Jesus.
This is where you gotta stop and ask: is this somebody who's that a Poe, or is this somebody who's brain dead?
Brain dead.
No, I genuinely think that HipHopHippy is a real life Flurf. He's definitely not a Poe.
Right. I got that impression too. I don't think he's a Poe either. I think he's that stupid.
So,
you guys really missed a golden opportunity. Did you see what he does for a living? He's a scientific glass blower. He makes the glass equipment.
What the hell does that mean?
He makes the
Apparently they
laboratory
make beakers
equipment.
and shit.
How
is that not something that is mass produced? So what he probably does is he probably
because of the nature of glass, the boron silicate type glasses and things have to be handled in a very different way than other stuff, and it has to be done by hand.
So some things you need a very custom piece, like you might need a special tube with a special kind of bend.
Oh, I think Thunderfoot's
so he's making those instruments that he says are such a bad thing.
He blows for science.
Here's the difference between
that's what I heard. He blows science.
The difference between science and just fucking around is taking careful notes. So HipHopHippy blows glass and takes careful notes. Problem solved.
Definitely blows. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know.
Oh damn.
But all that tells me is that he's really good at making crack pipes.
Yeah.
Lots of people need crack pipes.
And tested them. Fart Reno says for $2, that's the one theory Russian Viz wouldn't believe. No, I think he would believe that.
No, who would?
I'm telling you, there's already a video on his channel.
I'm checking that right now. I'm checking Russian Viz.
He's calling all of us trannies as we speak right
now.
Every one of us is a tranny.
Does he know which way can he tell which way we're going? He's got a 20% success rate.
He can't call me a tranny because I'm just CGI.
That's when I knew I'd made it. That's when I knew I'd made it in the debunking community, when there was 5 separate tranny videos released about me in the same week.
I mean, they started with P. Mars and all them were very interested in me early on, but they gave up. I don't understand. I really missed the attention, you know?
Is that like
I don't think I've made it anywhere. Nobody wants to talk to me.
Videos is being called a tranny?
Yeah, is that the new Flurfer thing? Because I know they did that with Patricia Steer.
Yeah, everybody's a tranny.
So did you know that after I went on Reds' channel and talked to Russian vids, he blocked Reds. He didn't block me. And not on one account, because he got banned off of Twitter and then made another account and blocked Reds again.
Steve, next time he wants to come on your channel, you bring me on, and I will make his penis shrink into.
Who, Russian vids?
Yes.
I don't want to have.
No, he doesn't have that anymore. I already know it.
I've played enough with Russian vids now. He's boring now. My favorite thing that ever happened with Russian vids was when Reds came on my channel live on location when he was out with Sean and debunked like Russian vids live whilst filming stuff, and it was just one of the most perfect times ever and fucking hilarious as always.
Okay,
you guys ever find yourself shit? Go ahead.
Russian vids on August 17th this year published a video saying Freemasonry's connection to MLB baseball revealed, the occult of the diamond. I have to say that because that sounds amazing. What? Is MLB part of the Globe conspiracy now?
It's truth in media. They give us little snippets of truth in media, you know. They want to show you that because, you know, if you were hiding the biggest conspiracy in the world, that's what you'd do. You'd leave fucking Hansel and Gretel fucking breadcrumb trail.
Well, yeah, you want partial truth, partial lie when you're doing governmental stuff like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all misdirection. I found a video from a guy saying that he said that Flat Earth is actually just to confuse us and it's controlled opposition.
Yeah,
does that mean that every MLB player is part of the conspiracy?
Everybody.
Makes sense to me.
Flat Earth is just this takeaway from the fact of the chemtrails. That's all.
You know, one of the arguments I made the one time was that it would require, the thing that really gets me is that, like, if you look at SpaceX, when they entered the field, Russia had something like 70-something% of all worldwide launches went through Russia. And now we're talking about 15 years later, and they've got it's like 80-something% of all launches go through SpaceX, and Russia does something like 10% or something like that of the remaining launches. So, like, what's funny is that, I mean, so that would require that America is now paying Russia off to keep Russia quiet because they're not even making money anymore.
Hey, that reminds me.
Well, no. You missed the wider conspiracy. There's a great one world order that's secretly controlling everything from behind the scenes, and there really is no difference between Russia and America. They're all controlled by satanic Jewish mystics. Yes, there are people that believe this.
I thought Russia was just too busy making sure that Trump got his golden showers.
It's the free Illuminati.
Okay, but I gotta say, I visited the United Launch Alliance construction facility. I think it was about 5 months ago, and I got to put my hands in an RD 500 engine and some Centaur rockets, and it was just freaking amazing. And you know what? If that entire facility exists with all those actual rockets that I touched personally, just to, continue some conspiracy, it's just crazy. I was there in person. I touched the frickin' rockets that'll go into space.
Don't forget, Trump touched Clinton and put his hands in his pants.
Well, Clinton also posed for a portrait in a blue dress and red high heels, so
you can't prove those weren't made of paper mache, okay? You can't prove the bottoms are steel, the top's paper mache.
When are you guys going to realize that Trump is not in control? It's whatever that thing is on his head is what's in control.
He's got a brain crowd.
The brain slug died when it was on Philip J. Fry's head. I'm sure the brain slug.
Hey, Philip J. Fry just flashed the Delta wave.
Real quick, hot drunk chick super chat. Jasmine says, "Hey all, not to sound like a drunken idiot, but is this Google Hangouts or something similar? Sorry, pretty drunk now. Now this is it's Google Hangouts, but it's not the version that you're used to. Google Hangouts isn't completely going away for people that want to just have like talks like this, but this is being streamed through OBS. It's not like a you can't go to YouTube any longer and just quick do it. Yeah.
So it's not going to have native streaming, but it's still going to be usable as a streaming resource.
Yeah, it's going to be used as a hang platform like this. Now,
I read it was being totally annexed. I thought it was literally
it might by 2020. By 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to go
they are
with
deprecating
Stadia
it.
is going to go.
Yeah,
I predict Stadia and Google Hangouts are both going to die.
Yeah, Google Meets will be available to everybody. By the way, who's got the open mic?
Apparently it's me. I see myself pop up.
And I think it's Tim.
I need noise gate.
Oh, is it me?
I vote it's the beaver marsupial bearish kind of thing, whatever that is.
Is it Brainy? No?
It's obviously a platypus.
I still hear it.
I
It just went away.
I muted it, never went away. Hold on. Okay, wait. Does it stop right now?
No, it's still there.
No.
Okay, so it's not me.
Who is it?
I blame Ansgar or FTFE or Jen.
Hey, Brainy.
Everybody start muting one by
Hey,
one.
don't blame us. I have a kid here. You can blame them.
Blame the tranny. I'll take the blame. Fine. It's always me.
Oh, now it's coming and going. I don't know. Do you guys hear it, or is this me?
I hear a little bit of static hum, but I don't think
it's not carrying over too bad, so whatever. They'll deal with it.
So Ryrez was asking about the Jewish mystics. So Name Dragon actually had a debate on the old non-sec channel with a guy who was talking about this, who actually believes that this is the funniest one, that vaccines are part of this Jewish mystic, satanic mystic conspiracy.
Cabal. Use the word cabal.
Cabal, yes, to depopulate the planet so that they can take control. And
How
it's
do you not know this? This is just common knowledge, right?
Every time I hear a depopulate the Earth conspiracy, I just look at the continuing to rise population and say, well, you're doing a shit job. So
especially if
what is wrong with you?
To do it.
Well, it's like them suppressing flat Earth. I'm like, well, do you realize how I found you, right? I searched for you. Like, they're not doing a fantastic job of it.
I know. Apparently, all the conspiracists are just fucking terrible at their jobs.
Arado says it for that another 5. She says, "Okay, thanks for that. I always liked Hangouts. Sorry being a token drunk chick. Carry on. You're allowed to be a token drunk chick. We like token drunk chicks."
This is how conspiratorial they all are. Like Mr. Cheswick did a video because when he went into his creator studio, it showed us having no views on a video. Now, that was literally the same day that when you went into your creator studio, there was a big message saying all data is being moved over to the new system. Views may not show. Like, they just, look, I'm being, no, I've got no views on there. I'm being shut down.
Have you seen the ones where while they're streaming, their computer like glitches for a second and like stagnates for a second? They're like, "Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about, shutting the stream down." You know, they're controlling it. Like, it's crazy.
Daniel Pratt was saying the other day in one of his
that there were snake people. Lizard people.
Yes.
Daniel Pratt was saying the other day how I'm being censored by YouTube because now I only get as many views as I used to get, like this many views in just 1 hour, but now it takes days to get this many views. No, Daniel, it's because no one wants to watch you whilst you're chained to your water heater talking about nonsense.
Well, because it's the same video 5 times a day. So what happened is he used to have his fans would come in, you know, for that 1 or 2 videos every other week or every week or so, the 3 videos a week. But now he puts out 5 videos a day. Well, yeah, you're fatiguing your viewers. They don't care. And I'm not watching all your videos. I gotta find what the dumb
agnosticism.
Daniel Pratt has the highest creep ratio of all flat earthers.
He's awesome.
You do know in Google Hangouts it's really easy to eject people, right?
Oh my god, me and Steve have been having so much fun on Facebook today.
No, we have not. No.
Is this the agnostic
having fun on
Facebook
thing?
Oh man, that Facebook thing.
People don't understand. She likes that shit. She does. People say Steve likes drama. No, I really fucking don't.
Hold on. No.
Yeah, you do. Look what you did for the 1 second.
She is an asshole.
Hold on,
But you say that so dramatically.
Do you deny
really
this?
Quick.
Do you deny these accusations? You're an asshole.
I do not deny that I'm an asshole. I'm very straight up about that. I do deny that I like drama. I don't like drama.
No, we're not. Yeah, drama's different, and people need to. They don't understand.
There's a big misunderstanding. Right. Yeah, there's a really big difference between there's a current issue that needs to be fucking addressed and drama. Drama is like, you know what drama is? Drama is GE and KC being like, we can't let go of Kyle because he married us. That's drama.
Yeah, that's drama.
Yeah.
What's not drama is somebody owes me $60,000. That's not drama. That's a crime.
I'm actually suing for more than that, though. By the way,
every time I super chatted non sequitur show, I don't know how much it was, but it was a fair amount of money in total. I thought half of that was going to Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
So did
Steve. He was.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I tell people. I tell people I feel like
the books are
Kyle robbed
we're
me.
never gonna see it.
So I'm getting really fucking. What I'm getting sick of is I'm getting really fucking sick of this narrative or this idea that Steve's an asshole.
Well, he is.
He's not. No, he's fucking not. He's really not. Because every time we address an issue,
it's Steve an asshole.
Every single time we address an issue going on with Steve, everybody says, "Oh, Steve's an asshole," but and then we talk about how Steve is right. And if we do that every time, maybe Steve's not the asshole.
All right. Let's put this to a vote.
You can be an asshole. You can be both correct and an asshole.
Yeah. Everyone watching right now. 300 if you're watching.
But listen really quick though, because if every time we have a contentious argument, whether or not Steve is right or wrong, everyone is still always saying, well, yeah, I agree that Steve's an asshole. However, in this situation, he's not being an asshole. Maybe he wasn't an asshole at all the whole time. Every single time it's with this shit.
I love Steve, but let's ask the chat. Put 1 if Steve's an asshole, 2 if he isn't an asshole,
or 3 both.
So let me rephrase that question. Put a 1 in the chat.
And he kicks puppies.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think Steve is an asshole. Put 2 in the chat if you think I'm right.
Oh.
Beep beep.
Damn.
No one's gonna argue with you, chat.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't.
Oh, someone put
into the negative 17.
Smart one, phones.
Okay, well, we got.
It's all about how you phrase the question.
Exactly. She should be a pollster, right?
That's
PR.
why I'm the asshole.
Well, I think
all of the above. I voted all of the above.
Hold on, I got to get all my sock accounts. They all have an opinion on this.
All right, how about
What's funny is that a lot of what I've noticed is a lot of people that we interact with, they kind of bring the asshole out of you.
Yeah.
So
I
even
get
if you're not an asshole by default.
It's not a matter if they bring the asshole out of me. It's the fact that they don't seem to understand me 90% of the time. And
we talked about this before. It's your method. You're direct and blunt, and you're honest, and
very blunt.
You're not sugarcoating for people's feelings.
Well, here's the thing.
What?
Sweet
I
makes a
can
really
feel how
good
you
point.
feel.
Dealing
I
with
get
it.
accused all the time of being like that.
Well, Sweet actually makes a really good point. Is that Steve comes in and he seems like he's a baseball bat, but people are treating him like he's a goddamn chainsaw. So the way you change that is by you get somebody who brings in a fucking chainsaw, and suddenly that bat doesn't seem so bad, does it?
She's a chainsaw.
Sometimes it's what it takes. Yeah.
She's a 3-foot-tall chainsaw, guys. Watch out.
It's like the Toronto Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, she makes a good point, though. I see that a lot too. Steve could be an asshole, but he's right.
Yeah.
I see that every time somebody, and yet I never see. You know what? Steve's a real nice guy, and he's right. I don't ever see that, right? Now, the people that are my friends, they know I could be extremely nice. I try to be. I go out of my way. I will give you the shit off my back if that's what it takes. I don't ever forsake my friends. But
Steve, I'm out of shirts.
Okay, pants.
I don't have
this one. I just bought this one. He ain't that good of a friend.
No, I need the shirt.
I see you. You have 2 lenses.
Either give me a shirt. Either give me that shirt, or you're a liar.
But I think more importantly is I don't really care, honestly, if people think I'm an asshole or not. What I do care about, and I don't care. I don't care if they think I'm right or wrong. What I do care about is when they attack me or my credibility. There's a new thing to be out there. If somebody's going to be such a prick that they cannot man up and attack my arguments, and they have to attack my credibility, they're done.
Yeah. Oh well, that's usually.
You should.
I'm not. I don't have the wherewithal to defend myself every fucking time somebody comes, out of the woodwork to start spewing shit about my integrity that I've earned over 7 or 8 years of being on YouTube. Fuck that.
708.
Steve, if you're gonna keep using those glasses without one lens, you got to flip them upside down every once in a while and give that other eye a break. You're going to find that. Oh my God, you're going to. Because you are going to find that one eye. I'm joking mostly, but what will happen is that one eye.
That's true. Yeah,
that one eye will start Yeah, like you'll start. What'll happen is the one eye will start having problems.
That happened to me.
They were already unequal. Right. They were already unequal to begin with. This is going to equalize it, actually. So, yeah, no, I'm going to another place down here.
I was looking closely at my screen. I'm like, has he got a lens in there yet? I was like, I looked right at that. I'm like, no, he doesn't.
For this, I'm getting either new glasses or just getting straight contacts. Who's eating?
Josh.
Always chat.
No, I can't turn my thing off because it's popcorn.
Steve, I can't afford glasses either.
You're like a squirrel.
I went to Zenny online.
Oh, I can afford it now.
I love Zenny. That's where I go.
They're great. The prices are amazing.
No, it's not, amazing. People are very generous the last couple of months. That's not an issue. I can get new glasses.
So,
it's just,
did you know that the 666 Fifth Street building was bought for $1.8 million and 1.8 is 18. 18 is 6 times 3. 3 6 is marketing.
I know that 18 is 6 times 3 from Dungeons and Dragons because that's the best roll you can get on your stats.
Well, Jim
is
3.
I'm just saying, and when you take 3, whoever's denying it is a fool.
You take
roll 4d6, drop the lowest number.
Yep,
Trump's grandmother, through which he inherited much of his real estate, died on June 6, 1966, and her name was Elizabeth Christ Trump.
Whoa!
Jim, you're my favorite.
Jim, you're really starting to scare me, and at this point, I'm going to have to go hide under the bed if you keep talking. Yeah. I'm bailing on the hangout shit.
Take your children with you.
This point, Denmark needs to be scared because they said no about Greenland, so they need to do what they're told at this point.
My God, that was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. They had to say
racist. We can make this fly.
It was crazy.
Yeah, we are gonna put this on our channel, Jim. You and I are gonna talk later. This is not good.
Breaking news. Oh my God! The Trump Tower meeting was arranged on June 6th, 2016.
Trump. I'm calling him Trump now. Jim, why don't you do a debate on James's channel?
No, I want him to keep going with this. Please take this onto Nick's channel. I want this over and over and over again. I want to be able to watch it over and over again.
We're going to actual presentation on Nick's channel. So if
we will,
actual presentation.
Yeah. I'm now that I know that people like this kind of stupid shit, I'm gonna make it do more and
yes.
Jim,
we love all your stupid shit.
Yeah,
Jim, let me know if you need. Yeah, let me know if you need graphics.
It's the same way the Christian apologists do with the really dramatic music and like.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find a way to do. Yeah, we're gonna slow transition.
In 1966.
You need
I'm pretty sure.
No, it's the low-key piano music. It's the low-key piano music that plays.
And like some of the graphics are in 480 and some are in 720.
Yeah, you have the low-key piano music, and then you do the Inception. Whoa.
Yeah, but you have to be selective with that. Only on your biggest points do you go.
Then Oscar and I will be like, where did that come from? Where's that music coming from?
So does anybody know how many pages are in the original Mueller report?
666.
No, 999, which is 666 upside down.
Oh my God!
You're terrifying. Trying to. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
What is even happening right now?
I'm pretty sure I
could get side-striked to accept that for movie night.
This is the end times. Don't you know it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm convinced the hedonists were right.
Oh my God, guys, can we please crowdfund a movie the same way like fucking Matt Powell and Eric Hovind did and make a movie about this?
We don't have enough bananas.
That would be so good. I would so be in on that.
I can script write.
I think someone needs to start a channel called Trump Exposed and just put that on with no context and see how far we can get it.
Here's what offends me about Eric Hovind's movie.
Is it everything? Is it Eric Hovind?
Okay, look, there's a lot of it. Here's what most offends me about that movie. All of his dinosaurs are less realistic than mine that I made in my spare fucking time. How do you spend that much money and have worse dinosaurs than I do?
Because, surprise, people don't pay artists.
Well, okay, that's fair.
Hey,
that is kind of true.
Absolutely.
Real quick, I'm gonna need to drop out now because it is 4:30 in the morning here.
Hey, Craig.
I'm about falling asleep.
Message me about what kind of collab you want to do with me, because the Dapper Dino FTFE collab has to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing a new series called Stupid Humans, where I'm going to concentrate on other stuff apart from Flat Earth.
Oh, that's a perfect thing for YUC.
Yeah, so let's do a young Earth creationist video together.
Yeah. So here it is. This is the scoop. FTFE Dapper Dino collab. That's going to happen.
Get it on. Thanks for having me on, Steve. And thank you very much for moderating on my channel tonight. That was awesome.
Thank you for asking.
Bye.
I look forward again, buddy.
Craig, it was nice having boots with you.
See you later. Bye.
I just want any Christian watching to remember what the Bible says about those who will follow the Antichrist and support his false prophecy. In Revelation 14:10, it says that they shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and they will be tormented with fire and brimstone.
Now does everybody think Trump is actually a Christian?
So you're wait. You're saying Trump is going to get reelected?
Yeah, actually, he's going to be the only president ever until he dies. He's just,
Yeah.
I don't think that's actually true, but actually, I'll be honest.
He's going to rewrite the law.
I think he's got a better than 50% chance of being reelected.
So do you
in 1998 was the first title about Donald Trump being president. It said Donald Trump, the next president, ? And 1998 is 666 plus 666 plus 666.
I think that if Donald Trump gets reelected in 2020, there's a legitimate risk that he will not leave office.
People said that about Obama too, and I thought it was.
Oh yeah, but they had.
Yeah, but Obama and Trump aren't exactly the same.
And hold on, Dapper's drunk. Hold on, let's ignore his bit of trolling for a second and say that there's a really big difference because somebody's been appointing court justices.
Yeah, but he hasn't been stacking the court yet.
Yes, he has.
Kavanaugh was the stack.
He has been appointing.
He's
been appointing justices. Stacking the court is increasing the number of justices by simply declaring that you're going to appoint a new justice.
No, but the Republicans have been doing it by not. They spent 2 years telling Obama he couldn't appoint anybody, so that as soon as he was out, they could appoint somebody, and then now he's appointed another. That's stacking it. They didn't allow. They didn't allow it to go the way it should have.
Okay.
Why do the Canadians? Well, hold on. Why are the Canadians able to argue this?
Because we know world politics, and America's a big influencer of us. So we know it.
So look, I try not to get into politics very much. And I think I do a pretty good job most of the time. But here's what I'm going to say. Every government has a convenient story by which it gains legitimacy. And for the United States government, that's the Constitution, right? And the Constitution actually has term limits for presidents. And so if Trump tries to violate them, I actually think that not only will the Democrat establishment, but also the Republican establishment and even the military will all unite and say, you know what? This threatens all of our legitimacy.
You know what? It says something about bearing arms to having a set of bear arms, too, or something like that.
Well, I mean,
you guys see that on Family Guy?
I have a set of bear arms because, let's be honest.
This is the guy who wants to do away with due process, though.
Well,
you know that the Trumps live on the 66th floor of the building, which happens to be 660 feet tall.
None of this is fucking true, is it?
Yes, it is. I'm doing. I got a list, buddy.
Look,
I'm gonna. Just on the Trump thing, because here's the thing, which is that he's already paving the way, whether he's doing it deliberately or not. He's paving the way to coming this close to saying that Democrats are a clear and present danger to the United States. He's 2/3 of the way of saying that already. He said you can't trust him to vote. You can't trust him to vote.
But here's all I'm saying is the only part of the Constitution that actually has been, for all of history, followed in a strict constructionalist manner, whether or not that's the right manner, is term limits. And
Steve, I just got the biggest fucking notification on fucking Facebook about this fucking shit.
Oh my
Look at this!
What does it say? What does it say?
I haven't fucking read it yet.
Is it telling you you're a bad person? What happened?
This Facebook.
I mean, I assume so. They wouldn't be wrong.
Tell us, Chesh, what happened? Tell us.
There's a certain legitimacy to this discussion. The reason why America works is because the president who is leaving office.
I'm not convinced America works.
Down.
Yeah, but that wasn't built into the Constitution. That was added, and if it was added, the argument can easily be made. Our founding fathers didn't want it. They were smarter than what we were stupid enough to add. We need to remove it because we need a president like Trump or X, Y, and Z. And he's the first one who's been on it.
The women have been. There was that video footage of the woman at the town hall. That wasn't even that long ago. She stands up and she goes, "I never thought I'd want a dictator in my life, but if I want a dictator, I want it to be Trump." And they all cheered her. Is the thing. They round of applause to the woman at the town hall.
And have you seen how much Mitch McConnell has bent over to give him just about? I mean, there's actually been some pushback for the first time ever in regards to Iran. But that's the first time ever.
But that's
you guys are well on your way for a civil war at this point.
Are we king shaming Mitch McConnell?
The only reason that this is a legitimate discussion is because Trump is the kind of guy who would stand up there and become the first to say, "I'm not leaving office." He's that evil of a human being.
He's already said things like we got the bikers, we have all the people with the guns, the military's on our side. He's got state governors tweeting similar things saying, "Oh, we could fuck them up if they got into a battle with us. We got all the guns here." And literally he started the process of starting a civil war.
Real quick.
Civil war moves slow at first.
Real quick. The only guest that can get on that channel just got kicked off. The only guest willing to go on that channel just got kicked off, according to something that likes it. That's pretty sad.
Kicked off, man.
Yeah.
Did you guys know
the only guest that's willing to come on?
I think this was somebody mansplaining to me the entire situation that I was a part of from the beginning on Facebook.
Yeah, no, I think it's hilarious that people are like, for some reason let me ask this. I'll put everything to the side for a second. But let me ask this, and I mean this with all sincerity. But why do certain people think they know more about situations than the people actually involved in the situations?
Nah.
I don't.
I mean, there is
you could say the same thing about me tweeting at that pumpkin-headed person the other day. I was talking to Chess about, where she was upset that somebody offered to buy her on YouTube. I came in with a comment. Oh, somebody left a comment and said, "Listen," he said. So listen to the comment. He goes, Josh. He said, "Remember that Demi Moore movie where they offered her $1 million? They offered $1 million to buy her." He said, "Considering inflation, I'm willing to offer $2 million." And then there was another comment about. He said she feels she does bring so much to the program, when she talks and the breastfeeding. And then, of course, these are clear jokes. So I made the comment on Godless Engineer's tweet about it. I said, "You never know if he splits it with her, maybe she'll take the deal." Holy fuck! Did I get something started there?
Oh, the best thing about this. Oh, you're not ready. The best thing about this, the pumpkin-headed person he's talking about, is fucking Digital Hammurabi.
Yeah, she got all pissy about. Next time you offer to buy a woman, think about it. I'm like, it was a pretty clear joke. Come on.
Wait, so as you guys know,
she tweeted at. Well, one more thing. She tweeted at me and said, "Hey, random man on the internet. Next time I need an opinion." I'm like, Jesus, somebody has a paper thin skin.
Was that Megan or Josh?
It was her.
It was Megan.
Yeah, well, I understand people have knee-jerk reactions, and I understand people jump in for their friends. I get that, but a lot of times they don't really know what's going on in the discussion as much.
I would like to point out, Steve, to your earlier question about why do people who are outside the situation think they know more. There is a value to be brought in from a third party. However, not if it's not fucking asked for.
Or
shut your face hole.
Or not if it's. See, the problem is when people weigh in,
know your place, trash,
and they're told that they're wrong from the people that are in the know, and they still continue to be wrong.
I disagree. I completely disagree, and I think we should get Katie Paulson in here to explain it to us.
Bring her in. Trust me.
That's what we need.
Yeah, she knows. She knows. She knows. Trust me.
Anyways, if anybody who knows me knows that I didn't mean any harm by my comment, but if you got the first tweet I put out was like, "Hey, you never know if you split it with her, maybe she'll take it." I was like, I thought it was pretty fucking funny because to me, it was a pretty clear joke about
the internet, right? I mean, we all make jokes and we go.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. And here's the thing. Specifically on this Facebook situation, what I specifically went out of my way to do is people were calling Steve out for being an asshole for bringing up non sequitur shit, and I specifically went out of my way and ripped somebody a new asshole and got blocked immediately. and somebody was like, well, why the fuck? Well, why are you coming in sideways, essentially,
You sound like a 7-year-old.
to have a conversation? And I'm like, I'm not here to have a conversation. And I liked their comment, and they were like, I'm not sure why I'm getting a like, but okay. And I said, because you're right. I came in being obnoxious and actually being an asshole to demonstrate how Steve isn't being an asshole about this.
Wait, but Cheshire, you're the same person as Steve. I saw it on.
That was your stock account.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, if you take the hair, take the hair.
My husband's sock account.
We hear all kinds of shit, and it's just.
Well, that's the thing is that people are like, oh my god, why would you, like, you're coming in sideways. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, you ever think that maybe there's a reason somebody might be being aggressive as fuck? Like, the point is to get the exact reaction that I was fucking looking to get so I can weed out you dumbass motherfuckers.
They don't understand nuance. They don't understand any of this stuff, some people. And I'm weeding them out, too. I am just done with certain people. I've had them around. I've kept them around, even though they were just pretty much did nothing to add any value to anything. But I think that's going to change because I hate to say this, and this is going to sound bad, but I've been too nice. And I think I need to stop.
Time out. Chesh and Steve both look left. Chesh and Steve both look right. Confirmed they're the same person.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Swap the hair is all I'm saying, and you got it. Put Chesh's hair on Steve, and it's up.
I've seen how short she is. She would no. She comes up.
He showed me a stuffed animal that's as tall as her.
It's okay.
A big stuffed animal.
Be the shorties together.
Steve, I've seen every character in Full House become Nick Offerman. There's anything can happen now. So
she could go on a date. She could go on a date with her Charmander, and nobody'd be the wiser.
Right. CGI can do anything.
Speaking of which, I've got a coffee date with Brittany Simon on Monday. Thank you all.
I've been told that I should take the stuffing out of that Charmander and wear its skin as a hoodie.
That would be amazing. Or like a Halloween. Get inside it.
Well, I'm actually considering taking the stuffing out and making it into a beanbag chair, so I could definitely do that while I'm in between putting the beans in it.
Or just invite your friends over and hide inside the thing, and they can be looking for you, and jump out.
Hey, you can look at mashup, Silence of the Lambs and Charmander going on here. It could be a thing.
Ooh, yeah. You wear the Charmander skin as a hoodie, and then you say, then you eat your friends with a nice candy.
Well, you guys have seen those videos of the people wearing the pumpkin heads giving out the candy at Halloween. You get knocked in the face.
I would eat your liver.
Hey, I got to dress as the Wicked Queen and hand out apples at a mall. It was great.
Yeah, but you've seen it. Have you seen it where they wear the pumpkin on their head and they pretend to be the scarecrow at the front door? Some of those people get knocked out because people reaction like, "Holy fuck!"
It was great. The little girls were dressed like Snow White. Mommy, no, she's real. She's gonna kill me.
All right, I got an idea.
I didn't knock anybody out, but I was the scarecrow in there who accidentally tripped a little kid because there's like 4 kids around, and then I scared them, and then they all made a fucking beeline off the porch, and one of them happened to be the line went right across my feet, and they just face planted on my porch. And I was like, oh my god!
Man.
So this is a true story. We were at. Go ahead,
Come on, get up, Superman. You're okay. Come on, Superman.
Although first of all, I think Ansgar's voice has just become sexy as hell, and the thought of him passing out those candy apples dressed like that has just been amazing.
Okay, hold on. I just have to say, Ansgar and Nicholas, your summary of the non sequitur situation that you posted a few days ago, it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and who did most of the work?
Oh my god, you're so welcome.
I did not know that Cheshire did the work for that. Thank you, Cheshire.
Nick wrote it.
But it was
Nick wrote
great.
it.
And I sent it to several people because people were asking me about the whole situation, and I was like, just look at this. It will tell you what you need to know.
And is it
we looked at it. We had like 3 days to get it done, and so we just started dividing shit up. We didn't have a layout ready, so I'm sitting there like scrambling on art assets. And
he didn't sleep for 2 days.
I didn't sleep at all for 2 days. Nick is writing a script. Cheshire is doing a script. We all just kind of like
your subs exploded. That's what
sleep when you have Monster and coffee.
It was great.
Awesome, though.
I'm pretty sure I subscribed at that point.
Do you know how
Thank you very much.
Before we get too far away from,
I will.
Do you know how
I gotta
long
head
it
out,
takes?
guys. It was good talking. Thanks for having me, Steve.
No problem, buddy.
Yeah,
do you know how long it takes for an average
Hi,
channel
Jim,
when they
love
start to
you.
get the first
Love
500?
everything with Trump.
I don't.
We gotta make this live.
Did
get the first what?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, how long, Steve?
Oh, it could take 6 months to get your first 500. It's a year.
Yeah.
It takes a very, very long time. What people see is they see channels come up really quickly now, and most of the channels we see come up quickly is because we've been helping them. Other people have been helping them. It's been one big help thing, and that's what we've been trying to do. And other channels have been doing it, but 2, 3, 4 years ago, the community wasn't like that. It was every man for himself.
Let me tell you how much it means to me to see my husband have so much joy over succeeding because of all of your help. So thank you.
I would like to point out, go subscribe to Jim Majors, by the way.
Who?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, cool.
All right, that's
I
enough.
don't.
No, I don't say. So that was interesting. That was fascinating. No, go for it.
I don't like Steve. I love Steve.
He loves me. I love
because of what he just spoke on. It's bigger than him. All of this nonsense and bullshit is bigger than him. And it's always been, especially with the GDC and shit like that, it's always been about smaller channels trying to get to that next level, trying to get to that 500 subs level, because that's when everything changes for you.
500,000, those are the hardest. Yeah.
Like 500 to 1,000, like that's the shit that sucks. That's the grind period until now you're in the algorithm and now you're getting noticed. Now you're gonna. So I try to get here as much as I can, which is why I felt the need to make sure my dog is fighting with me with a tug of war toy. But it's important for me to always show support and always try to show up to Rum and Coke and always like and share and subscribe and do all the bullshit that I need to do, because Steve doesn't have to do fucking any of this. Steve can just fucking turn his fucking YouTube off and fucking not do any of this fucking shit. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in here, and I won't check the live viewers right now, but there's enough people
300.
right now. So there's 300 people watching right now.
Not bad. That's pretty good. That's amazing.
Which is not bad. That could be doing something else, but they're here. While they're here, Steve brings people in front of them that won't show up on the algorithm. And he doesn't ask for a fucking thank you, and he doesn't ask for a fucking please. He does it out of the fucking goodness of his fucking heart.
You're gonna make me cry. Stop.
All right, I'm stepping in too, because there's another part of this that I want to say. I'm going to say roughly the same thing, but in a different way.
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I don't want to step on you. I don't want to step on you in the slightest.
Step on me, big boy.
Man, keep it down.
Step on me, big boy.
All right, and we're still trying to get Mikey for Tuesday, but we'll talk about that later.
You can't share. I'm not sharing Mikey. We were going to share you. Remember?
No, that's
Mikey
right. I'm going to be the bitch. I forgot. Okay. So here's the thing, because I've had people say this: if Steve is so smart, why doesn't he have like this huge channel with tens of thousands of subs and so on and so forth? And the reality is,
fucking goal.
The reality is, if he wanted to do it, he absolutely could do it. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit. And we talked about this with Non Sequitur, which, I think he was surprised at how much he liked the fact that it was successful, but he wasn't trying to do it. And I think, frankly, if he had the chance to redo it, he'd really have to hesitate, because it wasn't ever a goal, and it's not a goal right now. But what Steve truly gets off on, he gets off on this, is helping other people achieve whatever it is they're trying to do. And whether or not that's, for most of us here, because of the medium we're in and the medium he's in, for most of the people he encounters, that's, to get a good channel that's going. But that's what he gets off on. And he would rather see 2 or 3 people have whatever bar, however they measure success. He would rather see them have that success than have a channel with 100,000 subs. That's just the fucking way he is. And
I'm jumping back in. You're tagging me back in.
Yes, so, it's you.
Me and Progressive Liberal met on a Rum and Coke night. I've been on me and Progressive Liberal, we talked about some things. We worked out some money issues. I've been on his stream, on his channel, until it gets monetized, and then we can branch out and do other things. For the last 15, I've done Sweet Heathen. You were the first one. Beautiful one. We did.
Oh, yeah, I love popping cherries.
She usually brings power toys to do that.
Oh my God! Nerds on the internet just exploded. By the way, girl just said something.
People watching now.
Honestly, it's such an old tired joke. It's not even original. Come on.
You can hear all the You can hear all the.
It's all about sweet. It's all about the delivery.
Yeah, it's the delivery.
The way that you said
sweet voice.
I need new underpants. So
you guys are doing amazing stuff, and I'm really glad you linked up. I am.
Thank you. But I would have never met him, and he would have never seen me and saw, hey, let me try to find a partner to do this shit because I don't really like doing it by myself. We met through Steve, not because we're both fuck Kyle, NSS, blah, blah, blah. It had nothing to do with that. It was a rum and coke night, and everybody was just hanging out and chilling. And that provided the atmosphere for me and Ethan to meet each other. And now that me and Ethan have met each other, I've done 20 streams in like 2.5 weeks.
Yep.
We're getting views. We're getting followers.
I'm tagging in. Mikey, tag me in.
No, fuck you, Chash. God damn it. You're the goddamn secretary.
Listen.
You stand down. I'm the angry black man, and you're
That's
the secretary.
fine.
You stand down.
Tag me in when you're ready, bitch.
Ooh, wait a minute. How do we decide this? Do we go for the minority or for the woman? This is tough.
Blood sport.
Is he the only black person you could be? The token black person.
Is there any black women in here? Because they win.
I'm half black.
You win. Yeah. Well,
okay, you're half black. You cast the deciding vote.
Wait.
What's her name in the native in politics?
I'm not even
I've been told my soul is black.
Time out. Let Mikey finish and then tag. Mikey, you finish and then tag me in when you're ready.
Thank you. I will. I promise.
This is like my eulogy. Am I dead?
Yeah.
Shut your dead ass up, you motherfucker. Ain't nobody got time for that. We're talking about you.
Everyone gets a piece.
God damn.
I'm just gonna.
So because me and Ethan have hooked up, so now me. I really have to get better at choosing my words
tomorrow.
I really got to get better at choosing my words.
Yes, you do.
So since me and Ethan started having anal sex.
The best kind of
He's gonna murder me.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna murder me. He's gonna be so mad tomorrow. Oh fuck, that was a joke. Ethan, I'm sorry.
You're already on Tim Osmond's channel right now. They're talking about it.
Yeah, no, guys, now give Mikey a break. Everybody knows it was a joke. They just do mutual masturbation. That's as far as it's ever gone.
Is it mouth?
You see, you got to do the Dutch rudder. You don't have to touch his thing. You just work his arm for him.
Is it over the hands mouth stuff?
This super chat is personal to me, so I want it in here. It says kangaroos left the ark after the flood and hopped to Australia to escape from
You had to get back in, didn't you?
Thank you, Sarah, for the super chat.
And that is amazing because one of the most ridiculous things about creationism is the whole, like, how does the Australian fauna get there? And it just makes no sense.
Ancient aliens.
Right.
Yeah,
go ahead, Mikey. Mikey, you have the floor.
I haven't been here for a little while, so that's why I'm bogarting all the time, and I need my little minute here. I know people don't like Steve.
What?
I don't like Steve a lot of the time. That's why, as a fucking adult, I argue with Steve, and sometimes he wins, and sometimes I win. That's what adults.
When does that happen? No, go. Sorry, I'm shutting up.
That's how that happens. I don't just label him as a shitty person and then join a group of people who have done the same shit. If you guys, and here's the thing, I've brought it to people who have tried to talk shit about Steve to me, and I said, you know what? Do you want to talk to Steve? I'm buddies with him. Do you want to talk to him? I can get him in a fucking a Zoom call right now. Do you want to say what you just said to me to Steve? I can get him in here right now. Steve is not some mythological figure. Steve is a regular ass guy who's literally trying to help the skeptic YouTube community grow and bloom and foster into something new. And we all join each other's shows and we all help each other and we all push each other forward. That's the fucking point of this. I already like that idea to begin with. So the fact that Steve is doing it is perfect. Yeah, we argue because we're friends, and that's what friends do with each other. You're supposed to argue with your friends.
I remember when that was considered normal.
Yeah, that's how you got to grow up.
If you literally hang out with people that only think the same way that you do and only agree with the same shit that you do, leave that group immediately.
Yep.
Stop hanging with them.
Yeah, that's a
if
cult.
there's not if there's not a fight amongst the group every fucking 24 hours, and someone's not pissed at somebody, and then it says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I love you." Then you guys are fucking children.
Let me ask you this, Mikey, and then we'll turn over to Cheshire real quick.
Yes.
Jenkins says, "I love Steve and everybody in this hangout. Thank you." Let me ask you this.
Thanks.
What planet does somebody have to be on, or what reality? And I hear this frequently. I heard it just the last couple of days. I hear this. I have an echo chamber. What reality? Where in the fucking universe is that ever something that's even remotely the case?
I mean,
here. Wait. I got it.
I asked Mikey.
I got it, guys. Watch this. Everybody who's on camera right now, raise your hand if you've yelled at Steve about anything in the last month.
I've yelled at Steve,
define
but
yell,
not in
but
an
yeah.
argument.
Yeah, define, yeah.
If you've disagreed with Steve and told him about it in the last month.
That's
Thank
everybody
you.
here.
It is not an echo
Easily.
chamber. Steve is only Steve because
That was
of
Cheshire
us.
like half the day today and yesterday.
Here's the thing. I know on which world Steve is in an echo chamber. And it's the cube-shaped world of Bizarro World, which orbits exactly opposite Earth in the DC universe. It's obvious.
Oh, Jen says, "Thank you for trusting me." Oh, thank you, Jen. I appreciate it.
The people who don't think that the people in this thingy, which are I consider you guys all friends, and I love all of you.
Thank you.
Right.
Are we all in Steve's thingy?
Oh
I
Jesus! I made a
Damn
thingy
it.
joke. I didn't realize I was doing
How
it.
much room is
Oh,
there?
I said thingy on accident.
Somebody get the kettle prod and
Yeah,
zap
you
on
have to
the
get Nikki out of my thingy first.
I
Before
got you
anybody
covered.
else can-
So, like, everyone in this hangout. Okay, that was a safe word. So, everyone in this hangout, we're all friends outside of this. We're all friends outside of this because of Steve.
We talk a lot. We talk a lot off air. A lot of us. A lot.
So not just because Steve tells us what to talk about and we hang out on rum and cokes only. We are friends and we support each other and we push each other forward.
I'm pretty sure on air, Steve has told me, "Hey, maybe that's not a thing," and I've been like, "Fuck you!" Just kept talking about it.
Right. So everybody, even if you're on the other side of any kind of debate that may or may not be going on right now, look at the community that you're in. Are they doing the same thing? Is everyone on that side only bolstering and pushing each other forward to be better and better and better? And if you're not doing that on your side of any argument, then you need to switch sides or you need to make your own side.
Well, they spend more time tearing people down, and there's people on the.
I mean,
we ain't got time for that. We're
we
trying to
spend
build
more-
over here.
Yeah, no, we spend more time ripping apart each other's arguments to make each other's arguments better than we do. Well, okay, so there's a thing that's an issue here. Tags.
Go ahead.
Is this the tag out?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
So this is part of the argument here. If you disagree with somebody, it doesn't mean you don't support them. For one, you can support somebody while disagreeing with them by being like, "Hey, you know what? I don't think you're right about this," but it's not a matter of I'm going to attack you personally. It's a matter of I don't think you're right about this. Let's have a discussion about why I don't think you're right. Now, if somebody doesn't want to have the discussion with you, you need to fucking acknowledge that. They don't have to talk to you if they don't want to. They're not required. Nobody owes you shit. Get out of here.
I would expect a friend to come up to me and
Kyle
say,
owes,
like,
Steve a
I
lot.
don't, like, what have you done here?
We actually rely on each other to do that.
What happens will be like this. Jess will say, "Hey, she'll give me her opinion on something, and I'll evaluate it like it would anybody else. If I think it requires more talking about it, then we'll suss it out, or I'll agree or disagree. But like one time, and
Me and Steve argue about shit.
We'll be like, I'll be like, Chess, I don't agree with you on this, or something like that. And but like later on, I'll say something, and I'll go. I like just the other day. Remember I told you, Chess? Now, I didn't think it'd be the case that something would happen. Something happened. I was like, well, I was fucking wrong.
Yeah, and that happens. And then, like, and each of us.
Wrong. I was like, I fucked that one up.
Yeah, well, and each of us are, and being wrong isn't a big deal in this group. In this group of people where it's just like, oh, well, I was wrong about this, move on. I'm not going to sit here for 2 days and rip on Steve for being wrong because it doesn't matter. The point is that we dealt with it. The issue is
people go back
a lot of us here
on me. 3 years they bring up stuff that I wasn't wrong back then. I'm not wrong now, but that's how far back they have to go. It's ridiculous.
Well, that and on the...
A lot of us enjoy arguing even for the sake of arguing, and we'll often take counter positions or point out problems in an argument even when we agree with the position.
Yeah. There's definitely like a
word.
There has to do with if you want to be
able. Me off how often my husband is right.
Well, there's something to be said for, okay, well, let's look at this from multiple angles and see which way is going to be the best way to attack this. So to be like, okay, well, there's an issue going on with blah, or we have an opinion on blah. Okay, well, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And we have different angles about, it's like, okay, well, all of us agree. However, what are the counter arguments to make our own arguments better? If somebody's going to make a video, let's say Sarah is going to make a video on something, she might ask one of us our opinions and be like, hey, this is what I think about this. What do you guys think? And we might not disagree with her point, but we might say,
this? But what about that? But what about that?
Exactly, to help.
How should I word this? How should I look? When I wrote my open letter, Nick and Cheshire went through it and helped, formulate a little bit better.
We ripped that thing apart.
I didn't even write it after it was done. I was like, I don't recommend
and I read all that.
Oh my god! I'm going over Nick's script for our
I ripped that one apart too.
Oh my god! Yeah, all the Chesh notes. I was just going, look at this.
Yeah, she notes on every other line.
Okay, my husband can argue like nobody else can argue, but don't ask him to make notes on anything.
We don't take all the look when Chesh makes all her notes just like that. We take the ones we like. If we the ones we don't like, we when I say I don't want to go that way, I don't like the way that sounds.
Yeah, and
Chesh doesn't say you're such an asshole, Steve. You can't take criticism.
No. There are some things where I'm like, Steve, no, I think you should listen to me on this, and he still decides not to listen to me.
Like
and
commas.
sometimes it matters.
Like commas every three words. Who put the comma every 3 words? She
not
does.
Enough commas.
She does.
No,
let me tell you what, honey.
The answer is
Oscar was bragging about you constantly, Chesh, about how awesome you made that whole thing happen.
Oh, thank you.
It's true.
Listen,
comma girl.
Listen, comma Cheshire, comma Steve,
What?
comma has to
There's
say,
nothing wrong
comma.
with that. That's
Hold on,
grammatically
there's a very
correct.
specific. If you notice, if you look at my edits on Nick's
Comma.
script, and if you look at the edit on Steve's letter, there's a difference. The number of commas are different on Steve's, and they're more. Why?
Comma.
Because that's the way Steve talks.
Comma.
And in that kind of letter, you want
I
it
use ellipses for the same reason. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, it was a different. Yeah, it was a different kind of piece.
Many fucking commas.
It was
but either way, the point is
piece, comma.
Yeah, exactly. So the point is that ultimately everything Mikey said is absolutely correct, and they're all the exact arguments as to why at the very earlier on in this hangout I said Steve is not an asshole. He's not. An asshole is not the right word. He's blunt.
You're blowing his cover.
But he's not.
I worked hard to cultivate this thing I have of being an asshole. I worked hard for that.
Yeah, well, I'm destroying it. Fuck you.
Yeah,
because I'm an asshole.
People are so honest.
You guys are like exposing like the real me, and I'm not really comfortable with it, to be honest with you. But
take another drink then.
I don't really go around talking about this kind of stuff.
Okay, another drink.
But it was the goal of the Great Debate community from the very beginning that unfortunately people fought against and wanted to hijack that, and I wasn't going to let that happen.
Steve, comma. I have to interrupt you, comma.
Period. That's a period.
She did have a few semicolons, but you know what? I liked her semicolons. They were good ideas.
I love
you stay away from her.
I like semicolons.
Yeah.
Don't touch her semicolon, you nasty man.
Mikey went
dirty.
The way he touches her semicolons.
Semicolons are underrated and underappreciated.
You know what?
They are. They're hard to use, right?
Underutilized.
When I was in the Navy, there was a guy whose nickname was Semicolon because he put them freaking everywhere. And
so I want to.
People took.
Tag me when you're done.
Yeah. People took his uniform items away from him and added semicolons in various places on them where his name tag was, because he was obsessed with putting semicolons everywhere. And I'm sorry, it's completely off topic.
Wait.
Wait.
I have to leave. Because I promised my co-host that I met on the GDC and I met on a rum and coke night from Steve McRae, who's a fucking shithead asshole person who only has an echo chamber. That's none of your business. First of all,
you still didn't get to see your dog.
Before we go, do you know who else met on this channel a couple years ago? That tweeted it out today. Paul and Shannon. Paul and Shannon met on this channel.
Yeah. Oh, that's right there. That's that. I was trying to remember the tweet that they did today that they had mentioned. Yeah, they did.
So
it's really sweet, especially considering everything's done for them.
Senpai Steve, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you
your kind
for.
words.
Thank you for.
You would be the first man that I've ever considered French kissing. By the way, just.
I don't know how to take that. I want to see that video.
Take it for what it wants.
I want that.
I'll take it as a compliment.
I wouldn't exactly push you away at this
He does
point.
have a pretty mouth.
I wouldn't.
Down smiling so quickly.
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, at first I might resist. At first, I might resist, Mikey, but if you were persistent, I don't know. Maybe I'd give in to see how it feels.
I'm thinking we don't ever, nobody in rum and coke night, we don't ever actually go into the gutter. It's more we spend most of the time in the gutter. We get a couple things where we can
roll around in that
fall right back in.
Hey, that's where the best times are had. There's nothing wrong with that. We all need a little break now and then.
And as somebody noted, like, people that are like the most smuggiest call me smug, and I'm like, just because I'm assertive, just because I don't back down easily from an argument, and just because I kind of know what the hell I'm talking about half the time, doesn't make somebody smug. They use these words differently than I've ever used them, and it just makes no sense to me because they're using it to attack my credibility and my honor rather than why not just demonstrate that my argument's wrong.
This is an honest observation. People do that because they're uncomfortable with being proved that maybe they don't know as much as they think they do.
That's true.
Or if they're asked to prove what they have already previously asserted that they know.
Yeah. I wasn't blocked. I wasn't blocked.
It's their own fault, but it makes them feel bad that they feel stupid about something instead of just going, okay, you taught me something, thank you, and go on with their life instead of. It's on them for feeling.
Well, it's
stupid.
not just that, because like I've seen people say, yeah, he was right, but he could have been better. He could have presented it.
No, that's a pussy ass cop out. That's a pussy ass cop out.
It is.
No, what I'm saying is some people they do not like people who are assured in. I mean, I'm not saying that Steve shouldn't be assured in what he's assured of.
I'm pretty confident.
But there are some people who do not get along well with those who are assured or confident of the things that they are.
Right, they take it personally.
Yeah, when you show something is wrong, look at like a couple months ago, I did some statistic stuff, some perturbations, and I got it wrong. And it wasn't way the fuck off. It wasn't like I was so screwed that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. But
Steve can't do stats.
But I made a mistake in the way I approached the probability. But Landon Kurtnell pointed it out, and when I looked at it and I thought about it and I redid it and I said, shit, he's right. It wasn't like, hey, Landon, screw you. Oh, you're trying to attack me, blah, blah. No, he demonstrated it, and I know he's a brilliant mathematician. So
but he also came in like a nice person and didn't come in like a fucking bag of shit.
I was like, oh, well.
There's a big difference between people who come at you like a jerk and people who come at you from a place of respect.
Yeah, there's
I have had a fans that one. I got one thing wrong. The whole thing about I did the whole mythical unfact of like them dropping the train tracks in the Roman cart grooves. That is actually bullshit. After I looked it up, and somebody called me on it, but he came in as like, "That's some fucking Nathan Oakley bullshit right there." I'm like, "Okay, calm down." I said, "You know what? I'm willing."
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm willing to tell you you're right here, and I'm even willing to put a retraction in a video. But I said, maybe don't come in like an asshole next time, and you won't get my back.
After this, let me say this real quick, then read the super chat. Somebody who wants to read the super chat? The last one?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
Last one that came. The $10 one.
Yeah, so let me read
there was something I wanted to tell, but I have to go back in the talking timeline to do it.
Hang on, go ahead, Chesh.
Steve and the guests on the show, and this is from Lukewarm Lettuce, Steve and the guests on his show have taught me so much. Watching and learning has given me the confidence to go from an unemployed, depressed vet to returning to school this semester to finish my BA. Congratulations.
Do that shit!
That is awesome.
So amazing.
That's awesome.
And I
Round of applause. Round of applause.
I got to tell you, I've heard people say that they've gone back to school, and I've heard people say they've got an interest in these topics. And every time I do, that is the greatest thing that can ever happen, bar none, when I do these streams. I mean, there's nothing better than that. And this is why when I have somebody tell me that they still, somebody that I trust, somebody that I cared about, says they don't, oh, Steve, you're not making an impact, I have to take pause and go, what?
Yeah.
I do believe I am making an impact. I get the messages,
my turn here.
and I'm flattered that people have looked into these subjects and said, I want to learn more about this, or I want to go back to school. That to me is the greatest gift of all time that I can get.
And that's what you get off on. That's what you get off on.
I really do.
You do. That's why I picked those words. That wasn't an accident.
It's not like people say, oh, well, Steve gets off of it because it bloats his ego, stroke his ego. They don't understand how low my ego actually is most of the time.
I'll stroke his ego.
You can say that about anyone, though.
See how much he's getting off.
Really quick, and then we should let Jen go. The chat made a really good point. They said people just don't like being wrong. It's not necessarily that they don't like being wrong. A lot of the time that I've noticed that people get attached to being.
Jess is cutting out.
Jess, fix your shit.
You're dropping your Canadian internet.
Sorry, the chat was saying that people don't like to be wrong. Yes, but I've noticed that there's actually the opposite problem. People actually get attached to being correct. They get attached to their ideas, and they get attached, and they're so when you attack their ideas, they take it personally. But we need to let Jen go because Jen's been really quiet, and they need a chance.
That's right, I have.
Jen,
hi, Jen.
Some of us learn politeness from movie night. I'm the rookie here. I'm certainly the new face on rum and coke and that stuff. And this is my third time on Steve's show. And
that's true. You were. I said before that it was the first time. It really wasn't. You weren't on those 2 other times. Did you have mic issues though, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Think so. Okay. Well, anyways,
but whatever.
You're the new Mikey. Get used to it.
We know you. We love you. We've seen you.
Oh yeah. We definitely know you.
Being on Steve's shows is like it's like one of the bigger notches you put on your belt, as far as I'm concerned. You know, I was an NS fan, and when all that happened, I didn't know which way to turn. I mean, I knew that Steve was somebody who I'd listened to, and he reminded me of my friend Bob back in Milwaukee, who drove me absolutely fucking nuts because he was a master's in philosophy out of Cornell and Oxford. And you argue exactly like him, and sometimes I want to strangle you. But you're so fucking smart, and just like my friend in Milwaukee, that I have this mountain of respect for your knowledge base and your ability to recall information and formulas and specifics in nuclear physics and things like this. It's just awe-inspiring. But what you took me as somebody who you didn't know, and you put me on, willing to speak as a voice in the transgender community, and you've helped to give me a confidence level that I've never really had in the public sphere, which is weird because I've done thousands of hours of public speaking. And you've inspired me to want to be setting up my own channel. And I will be eternally grateful. And for any of you out there who think that Steve's an asshole, yep, he may just well be, but he's an awful damn good one. And if you got to be an asshole, it's better to be a Steve type than the type that doesn't even know you are.
I appreciate that.
Steve hates trans people.
Well, yeah, I gotta. My wife and I gotta go, but before we go, I just wanted to say that just so that this doesn't turn into a giant everyone sucks off Steve fest. Steve, you're an asshole.
My job.
Yeah, fuck you.
That's what I was gonna say. Rudy started blowing Steve a while ago. I haven't known him as long as any of you.
We'll rip your fucking ass apart, you fucking dick.
Jesus, Mikey, what the hell?
Hey, that's
he's all going hard and shit, man.
Oh, I'm
Steve, I've been holding back some shit for a little.
I like that. No, you go.
Wow.
Turn it up.
I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. My language is not exactly.
I'm playing Sleeping Dogs.
I think as Arnsgard is leaving, it was a pleasure to meet you, Arnsgard's wife, whose name I don't know.
You as well.
Elena, she goes by Growly Bite Bite.
It's a rather appropriate description of me.
It is.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Growly Bite Bite.
You guys know each other on Twitter?
It is a pleasure, but I also hope that Ansgar's wife's surname is Odin's daughter, because if Ansgar's surname is Ansgar,
because wait a minute, she's my daughter. I married my daughter.
No, not
sister.
My sister. It should be Odin's daughter.
He's not GE. They don't live in Alabama.
Well, I don't know that.
Really quick, Mikey, can you type in the chat? People are trying to get to your channel.
I'm gonna put everybody in.
I'm actually gonna get going too.
You can leave him behind next time you want to join us. It's cool.
I would also like to point out, since just as they're leaving, I think it might be a good idea, Nick, for you guys for In Time to bring Sean on to talk about his issues with getting a job.
I think that's. I'd like to do that. How do I get a hold of? Is that something you can help facilitate? And we'll
I can
get that. Please do.
I think I got shadow banned. I can't post anything in the chat.
You got shadow banned on Steve's channel. God damn it!
I can't post anything in the chat. I tried.
What's your?
Wrong channel. My bad.
Jesus.
Is it where you?
Steve's banning Nike now. You see this?
He had non sequitur pulled up. I bet.
We'll see tomorrow how Steve discriminates against minorities.
Exactly.
And women.
I will point this out.
It's coming.
I will point this out. I had blocked May because of her having silenced two
dangerous behavior.
very prominent members in the trans community, which was Demi Anti-Ordinary, who is a friend of me, but I get along with her better than people think. And also Sarah Michelle.
I'm pretty sure me and Steve are frenemies at this point.
Oh no, I love you. You know that.
That's called a working relationship.
It's hard to tell.
But I also love Sarah Michelle too, and for her, the loss on her on Twitter was disturbing. But anyways, I was like, if you're going to go around reporting people to Twitter in time to silence them, I can't have you around. I don't want.
It's too dangerous. We can't have a conversation with you at that point.
And I even said, this is nothing personal. I'm just being precautious. Now May has a wrench, is now a moderator of the non.
Do you want me to post that picture that I grabbed off of Facebook? That screenshot?
No, it's really disappointing. It's very sad.
So when Mikey was saying somebody has an issue with me, they all of a sudden go, to the like other side, I guess, or something like that. There are literally cockroaches that will scurry out of the woodwork whenever there's a type of drama. They will feed on this, and they are.
I honestly see them
and non sequitur are intertwined, like lesbian lovers right now, like the scissors, like just like Nikki and Sweet, like I picture.
Yeah. Oh my God! I gotta go. You just put that in my head.
It's on my list.
How's that?
I'll be in my bunk.
You gotta stop. Steve, you have to stop with the cockroaches analogy. It's not fair to make those kind of comparisons when cockroaches have a lot more integrity and
claws coming out. Sweet doesn't really get claws out.
You got no chill. Got no chill.
Hey, everybody. Dapper Dino here. I gotta actually get going because I am more drunk than is reasonable, and I'm starting to fade out of this.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up.
Hell
in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going too.
Or less.
She's sweet, but she a heathen.
That's it. Mikey gets me. Mikey understands.
So, what do you mean? SJ's got her pegged. She's sweet, heathen.
Oh yes. It's funny how I always sweet for people who are good and nice.
Sweet, is that your flavor profile or a handle?
Can you please change your handle so it's actually got quotations around the sweet part?
Yes, sweet.
Or can you change it to heathen sweet engineer?
Sweet engineer.
Oh, you broke up.
All right,
it should be SW.
Everybody goes to Dapper.
Bye, Dapper.
Bye, Dapper.
If she puts sweet engineer, they'll think she's a candy maker.
Greg and I are working on a FTSE.
She is a candy maker.
Hey guys, he's trying to talk about what he's working on.
Dapper's got a shitty mic right now, so
we don't care what Dapper's working on.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead. Dapper. But hey, it's Craig and I are working on a Dapper Dino FTFE collab, so that's going to be coming hopefully soon. And I'm out. So,
well, Craig and I are not doing collabs, but we are going to be doing Flat Earth stuff together on his channel, and then have an after show over here. So we're going to be having a synergy there. How cool is that? From now on.
What I've been trying to get, I've told Craig I want to do a bit more modding, and of course he invited me to debate HipHopHippy. I was like, sure, I guess. I wrecked him. It was a wrecking.
Got
That's HipHopHippy.
a super chat from out on that's just.
Thank you, out.
Okay, so I want to tell something here. It goes all the way back to the part where we were joking about Chess getting inside of her what is it, a Charmander, and we were talking about like people hiding as pumpkins on
There's a callback.
Well, it was way back, and I wanted to put it in then. It was funny because okay, so this was a story.
Get in that Charmander,
has anybody here ever been to a Madame Tussauds? Like House of Wax? Like the Wax
House
Museum?
of Wax, yeah.
Okay, so we're in the England Madame Tussauds. Okay, and my dad, we're in there, and my dad's leaned up against. Of course, they have people sitting on benches and stuff everywhere, and my dad's just like leaned up against a post, just sitting there. But he's got his camera around his neck, a big old-fashioned camera with film and all that stuff, and the big front on it, the zoom on it, and all that stuff. And he just leaned back, and he was just kind of relaxing, sitting there. And a woman comes up, and she just looks at him, and like pans and walks slowly in front of him, and like looks him up and down, like and shakes her head, and like keeps moving to the next pieces of wax. And so he's like, all of a sudden he kind of looks over and he realizes what just happened. He's like, holy shit, I can do this. So he fucking doesn't move at all. Leans against the pillar. The next woman that comes up, she walks up and she starts staring right into his eyes. And then he fucking turns his head to her, hello. And he said, fucking, next thing you know, I remember my experience was hearing two people start laughing hysterically. And like, I think he almost gave her a damn heart attack.
I'd like to point out.
I would kill myself trying to run away from that fucking thing.
Well, because anybody who's ever been to a Madame Tussauds, those things are so fucking real that I remember, like, they had ones there's the ones you can't touch, like Queen Elizabeth, and everything's behind, velvet ropes. But they had ones that, obviously they'd probably have to fix up every once in a while, but ones that were just sitting on park benches. But they looked like a person taking a nap or something. And you'd literally, like, lean over and stare at it and be like,
I would like to point out real quick before we get too far down this road is that Brainy Beaver's fucking frog avatar looks like the drunkest motherfucker on the planet.
Oh, I just have to say,
but the frog looks so I think the frog needs to be the frog needs to be exclusive for drunken Beaver.
I don't know what happens when I take a swig. Watch what happens.
Brainy, how drunk are you right now?
Marijuana, blinks one fucking eye at a time.
His avatar tells its story.
Yeah, to think
how drunk is his avatar? Literally looks like he's drunk.
If you have to think to answer the question,
this isn't tobacco in this pipe. This is what's the real answer.
Yeah, bullshit. You fucking lying ass frog.
It's not tobacco.
I would be, but I gotta go and walk outside to do that. And I'll do that when the call's over.
That super chat from Josh.
Can I?
Yes. Super chat from Josh.
Go ahead.
Go for it. You can read it.
No, I'm saying you read it, and then I need to do my outro because I was supposed to be where I was supposed to be.
Oh my God! Let Mikey go.
Mikey, do your thing. Hey, Mikey, go first. Go first.
Almost 2 hours. I'm sorry, Ethan. You'll watch this maybe later. I'm sorry. Thank you, Sweet. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Chesh. Thank you to new people who I don't really know yet.
You will.
Thank you guys for being a very comfortable place to land as a young black dude in the skeptic YouTube community. There's not a lot of places to go, and this community has been. This community has been very accepting and very cool with us, and been very willing to promote and sponsor and copy links, which is so important these days. That shit matters to fucking people, actually. And if people have large channels, that shit matters. So, Steve, if you need me to do anything, I got you. All the people I just named, if you want me on your show, if you want me to fucking paint.
Oh, I want you.
Oh, I was gonna say you can land in here any day.
Damn right, we all want you.
Oh
I would also like to point out, Mikey, say hi to Progressive Liberal for me.
Yeah,
super chat.
Tell Progressive. Yeah. Let's Mikey go. Bye, Mikey. I'm gonna eject you.
I'm gonna
eject you, Mikey. You gotta go.
Mikey, you said you didn't
all
love
of
me
you
that
guys,
well, but you were hitting on me.
Love you, Mikey.
I don't know.
Love you, Mikey.
All of you guys, come see me and Ethan on the after show.
Awesome.
I'll see all you guys later. I gotta run. I love you.
Don't forget to post your link in the chat.
That's actually what I wanted to call program was called the After Show. You're not naming a show like that, are you?
No.
Oh,
Steve, I'd love for you to be on the after show.
But I was actually thinking about doing something called the After Show.
No, we already got that shit. Steve, please.
You gonna take that one?
Please don't do that.
You can have it. You can have it. All yours.
Damn, Steve, because if you make the after show, your after show is gonna shit on.
No. That was the name of the show that I want to do. Is called the After Show.
He was gonna call it. He was going to call it the after show in time after non sequitur.
In perpetuity.
That would be really funny.
Sweet Heathen. Wait. Sweet Heathen has been on. Steve,
is that your name of your show? I didn't know you had a show.
Yeah.
It's called the After
Show now. Yes.
Oh, I
on Progressive Liberals channel. So I've had Sweet. Steve, I need you. Are you in?
I've been on.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
I wasn't good enough.
I was on.
Nick has been on. Nikki, are you in?
Yeah, of course. We were
Jen, are
supposed
you
to
in?
do the other stuff, and then you
Don't talk about that yet because we're still planning. Do you know how hard it is to get a hold of fucking Sweets?
Yeah, trust me.
Thank you. I don't know though.
I've been trying to get a hold of her for a very long time.
Around our hip. Never mind. Jen, are you in?
You bet.
Chesh.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
yeah. All right.
I'm gonna assume that's a yes too.
That's a yes.
I'm anywhere you need me to be.
Ooh. Hey, y'all are lucky that Chuck even talks to you. So
he talks.
All right, Mike, you gotta go. All right, so can you read this, Josh? By the way, Josh has actually paid for our dinner date suite. By the way, just FYI.
Yeah, Josh. Here's another
Josh,
successful.
thank you, Josh. You are amazing, and I love you. And it's really, I said to you before.
She gets a McDonald's salad. I'm not even kidding her. I told her because I said I want to have some real food. She's like, well, whatever. I'm like, fine. You get a McDonald's salad. I don't care. Whatever.
I mean, cereal bars and water. I'm happy.
Yeah,
like,
Mr. Noodles.
Cereal bar. Anyways, read the super chat, please.
Here's another successful grift, Steve. Cheers all.
Thank you, Josh.
Brainy, what the fuck are you linking me?
You know what's so funny? I was on.
I can't post that. It's my channel.
I was making nominal for what 6 years on YouTube. Just barely making anything because I got to tell you, I don't think people understand how little you make on AdSense. If you make over $100 on AdSense, you're doing pretty well a month. We're talking about just for the ads. Just for the ads. It doesn't really add up very much.
I make like $10 or $15 in ads.
Yeah,
Maybe.
It's not a hell of a lot. So when you have to make over a certain threshold, and to get over that threshold early on is ridiculous. I mean, you're not going to.
Well, you need people to give you a couple super chats just to get paid, because you're like, I got $56. It's been in there for 6 months.
And so for the last 2 months, I've actually started having a revenue stream now. 2 months, ever since the we're going to call it the event. I've actually had
unpleasantness.
Yeah. So if I was grifting, I got to tell you, I'm doing the worst fucking job imaginable.
You need to go get some tips from Jordan
It took
Peterson.
me 2 years to have a revenue for working 6 years on YouTube, and then 2 years on the event. But by the way, I will end this real soon. But I put it out there so that it's already public knowledge. Actually, Nick, you want to put it out there? But will be filed.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Doing something on it. It was good.
Yeah, we would like to do something on it. We don't have all the details yet, but Steve has filed his complaint against Kyle, and I know it's reasonably significant. And I don't have a whole bunch of details, but hopefully I will get those because we would like to discuss those and update. We're going to update a few things from our story on In Time. We've had some pushback on a couple of elements, and like we said we have investigated everything where somebody gave us significant pushback, and so we'll update that, and we'll update what we know about the filing, but the filing has been made, and I assume he's going to be served as soon as is reasonably possible, and my guess is, again, it's going to be reasonably significant, and I have a couple of questions, not the least of which is, I think now that it's filed, we're going to find out about the attorney. And I think if it turns out that he has not had an attorney this entire time, I do not know how that is not a deal breaker for anyone who is supporting him, because that means he's been lying about a great many things, not just the few that he's already copped to, but a lot.
I got to tell you, there's been so many deal breakers that it's just. I will say right now,
he's Trump now.
Anybody who's over there, I don't want to have anything to do with. I mean, there's very few exceptions. There are always exceptions. For the most part, people that are not willing to look objectively, just because they don't like me because I happen to show that this whole atheist agnostic crap is wrong from the ACA.
For fuck's sake.
They get really pissed about that, and so it all boils down to that for some strange reason. I don't know why.
Do I have to call out the ACA again?
It's always about it, but it always boils down to that. Steve's an asshole. Arns showed him he was wrong, and Matt Dillahunty said he's wrong, and blah blah blah. It always boils down to that, right?
How dare people not want Matt Dillahunty and Aaron Ron, their little group who exists only in Texas, to decide what atheism is for everybody on the fucking planet.
If you tell either one of them that Steve's right, they don't want to have anything to do with you.
I don't even have to go that far. I can just say, I don't even live in the same country as you. I don't have to use your fucking definitions. Get bent.
Mm-hmm. They have a lot of hubris about
I love you very much. Ansgar and I have already discussed the follow-up show, and we're going to be doing a follow-up show, and we're trying to figure out how much material we have. We want to make sure we're not wasting anybody's time.
I can't wait.
So
I can't wait till we actually get to do a meetup, which we absolutely want to do.
Oh yeah.
And I want to take all kinds of pictures with Sweet.
Yes.
Oh, we have so many pictures to take. So many pictures, and most of them
have a lot of
pictures in mud.
Are those going to be heavily edited if we post them on YouTube? Like heavily edited?
Yeah.
Like redacted?
It's going to be in the picture. You edit all the good parts out.
Yeah. Oh, can we? Oh my God, Nick. Okay, I just thought. So we've been kind of working in the background on a little bit of a show idea that we might do, like as a once a week. We might just take over the GDC and do that. And we've been talking about like feminism stuff in the background, right, guys? And that's what we should call it. We should call it Beyond Pixelated.
That's good. That's actually pretty good.
That's a good name.
Yeah, Beyond
No,
Pixelated.
see, that's a calendar that should be out there, really.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Tell you what, we'll see how much money we can make for Sean. And then going from there, we can use that as a way to project to see if it's going to be worth doing or not.
What you could do is you could put like globe Earths over the areolas or something.
Ooh.
You know?
Yes.
Oh, Steve's getting graphic.
Stickers. Just stickers.
Areolas. You're demonetized the second you said areolas.
Oh, you can't say that on YouTube now? Shit.
I would like to point out, I posted a link in the chat. It's Brainy Beaver's channel for anybody who's interested.
All right, guys.
By the way, I'm only 2 subs away from getting covered in sugar syrup, so I'm basically going to have to go buy bags of sugar tomorrow.
And also, here is the PayPal for Sean to help Sean out and maybe get bikini photos of me. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Maybe I'll do a sugar syrup.
Brainy Beaver needs 2,500 subs. He's got 2,499. So I'm going to put it in the live chat now so the 300 people can go subscribe to your channel, because most of them probably don't know of you. No offense.
I said I'll have an extra gallon for every 100 extra.
We're all dying to see this.
All right, so that's Brainy's channel. I'm going to leave you guys with that. Go subscribe to him. He's got 2,499. Let's get him a couple hundred subs tonight, at least 100. Can we do that?
So he's pretty funny. I'll give him that. It's a little bit dark. It's a little bit racy, but fuck, is it funny?
I thought you said he's a little racist. I was like, oh great. I just told people to subscribe to a racist. Thank you.
Hey, he's a smart red beaver. We can't get behind that.
These aren't flowers. These are swastikas.
It's funny.
Oh Jesus!
I know it's a true story.
See, I told you it was racy.
Somebody that has been in the GDC for a while, somebody that's actually been around my channel for a while, that I've always known is kind of mental, but I've allowed them to be around.
Thank you. I know. I'm happy to be here.
Me?
It's
all of us.
They started doing the one thing there is no discussion on, there is no debates on, there is just, you talk about it, you're gone. Can you imagine what that one thing is that people are going, is this allowed? And I'm like, no. What do you think the one thing is that you cannot deny?
Holocaust.
There you go.
It's a Holocaust.
He turned into a Holocaust denier in the GDC, and I'm like, you're done.
Oh.
You're done.
Ooh.
homie, don't.
No,
play
you
that game.
no, you
What
just
about
banned
school
people because he
shooting
disagreed with you.
flaggers?
What's that, Sweet?
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Sweet. What?
Oh no! What about the like the Sandy Hook false flaggers and all
Those
the
are
school
up there.
shootings?
Those are up there. Don't get me
Pretty
wrong.
up there, right?
Yeah, that's up there too. Those I don't deal with that either. But you still can't compare it to the
bad.
Holocaust, though. You know.
No.
Yeah.
That's the number one.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that other
it's beyond
things
disgusting. But you know what? Can you imagine if all of a sudden on that other channel, all the right-wing Holocaust denier, actual Nazis,
psychopath.
Yeah, it's like
fucking
conspiracy theorists, Russian vids.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you believe in one conspiracy theory, you believe in all conspiracy theories.
Because so many of them are Trump supporters, and he's talking about him being the champion for Jewish people.
Ah, shit! Get Jim back in here.
Yeah.
It's all full circle. It's all full circle.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting how it plays out. But yeah, I just want to end it with that. Nick, thank you very much.
Well, don't end yet. Don't end yet. I need to get a shameless
Thank you, Nick.
plug.
And thank you, Nick.
Yes.
This is kind of a different audience than we get in movie night. I mentioned it all there, but I'm going to repeat here. I'm trying to get a channel going, but I'm having a lot of budgeting problems trying to save for a computer. I was going to do a GoFundMe, but I'm not going to interfere with Sean.
That's nice of you.
Far more important than me getting a computer. But so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to get a Discord server going, and it's going to basically have two channels. It's going to have a channel for everybody to come on in and voice chat to your heart's content. There'll be very few rules except for dignity and treating others well. But the other channel is going to be for transgender people only. And so if you know some transgender folks who might be interested in a space to come and talk at their leisure, we will be getting the channel going pretty good. I'm having somebody help me with Discord. There's some things I don't understand, so I need some technical.
We might be able to help you out
advice
with that. We could get some people that know Discord.
I might be able to help you directly with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I hope to have it.
Send me a link to your Discord, and I'll see what I can do for you.
Okay. I'd like to get it going in the next couple of weeks for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's awesome.
And
Awesome,
I don't
yeah.
have an
Can't wait to
official
see
name
it.
for it yet.
Yeah, I run and I mod in a couple, so I might be able to give you a hand.
So if you got any good ideas for a Discord server for perverts, let me know.
Well, I was going to start one for old white cisgender hetero Jewish guys, but because technically I am Jewish.
But then he found out he was a Holocaust denier and was like, well, I just can't do this now.
My Jewish heritage won't allow that, even if it was the case. Yeah, it's one of those vile things I can imagine people just.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Happen. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Anyone else want to shell for their stuff?
I do, Art.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome, and thank you for the kind words. This actually was quite unexpected to say the least, but I think it came at the best.
Yeah,
possible time.
nobody told Steve we were all gonna jump on his dick tonight.
Well, it
I mean, we all knew I was going to, but I wasn't aware that everybody else was. I mean, I've always been here gassing Steve up. Look at him today.
We got the trolls that are out there that have to have a once a week hangout to talk about how shitty Steve is. So once in a blue moon, we gotta talk about how great Steve is.
Yeah, I get it.
I think
We're the echo chamber.
Yeah, we're the. That's why
people forget that it's earned, right? It's not that people are on Steve's dick just for the sake of it because it's so massive and wonderful. It's because he has inspired us.
I do okay. I never had any bitch complaints. I never had anybody ask for a refund.
I heard that
I'm not saying it's not massive. I don't know. So
And just so everybody knows, I have passed 2.5 thousand subs now. So apparently, I already had to make sugar syrup for my bees, but now I have to buy a couple extra bags of sugar so that I can make extra sugar syrup for me.
That's the
I'm almost at 700. I'm like 300 subs away from actually being able to monetize my channel.
There you go.
Everybody, subscribe to Chess. Have 1,000 subs yet?
Okay, Chess, I'm going to mention you on my channel.
We've shut the fuck out for you.
It's because my art is completely unrelated to everything. It's just art.
Start doing flat Earth art.
You know, I well, most people like you. I always people tell you guys the truth. I still get the occasional. Why are you having that hangout with Chesh?
Yeah. Good.
Really?
Yeah, I really did.
So
I
awesome.
And
I had her in my hangout, and she created a awesome debate by actually creating pushback.
But
She
they're
got to
really,
say yes.
they're really nice about it. They're really nice about it. I swear to God, they're really nice about it. They're like, I love your stuff, Steve, and I don't want you to get mad at me. Like every time when somebody leaves out with, I don't take this the wrong way, Steve. Don't get mad at me. I'm like, what the fuck do they think I'm gonna do, right?
I think part of that has to do with I kind of came out of nowhere.
I say thank you very much. I happened to like the content with her. We do our thing on Monday.
That's just Russian bits and stock accounts. He keeps leaving him messages like, "Why you got that chess on there? She's a floozy." What did he call you?
Well, he called me a bimbo and a tranny.
You just keep making stock accounts and telling Steve he doesn't want her on there.
According to Russian vids, my daughter's trans, and I didn't know that.
That's what got him banned from Twitter. So
to be fair, pushback on me kind of makes sense because it kind of came out of nowhere, and I have no credentials. But
that's
on the other,
got him banned from Twitter for sure, though.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. That's the thing.
Is that stuff that Kyle said about your daughter? Is that public, Steve?
He posted pictures of her and said she was tranny.
That was
ridiculous. It was terrible. I was like, "That's a child, you fucking loser."
That was so beyond the line.
The joke that Kyle made, I found to be very
okay.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't even just Kyle. It was the way the whole thing set up. I mean, it was obviously building from whatever. Who was the other guy?
I don't know who
in there that was actually whoever they were actually.
It could have been
saying
Derek. It could have been the troll Derek Raw. That guy.
But like they were building it up. They were trying so hard to get that point across that they were. He was saying he was trying to make it sound like you were actually fucking his daughter, and then when it got to that point, Kyle seemed to he had to say something, and instead of doing that, he went in the opposite direction and he fed into it and he played into it. And let it go, as if it was okay to say. It was a perfect opportunity to at least do the right thing for once and say, hey, you are going down a road that is completely unethical. This is not a cool thing to say. I know what you meant. You have to say I'm fucking his daughter. That sounds horrible.
But instead he says, unless she has something for Papa.
Oh my God!
I'm gay. Unless Steve's daughter has something for Papa.
Yeah.
It was
my daughter's in ninth grade, for God's sake. Jesus Christ.
How do you do that more wrong? You can't be more wrong in the way that you
by the way, she does exist. Cheshire's actually seen her. Kyle's actually seen her.
Yeah, I've talked to her. She's lovely.
Yeah, thank you. I'm scared to death.
She's lovely, yeah.
But,
she did what?
I think Steve, you get pushback from me from legitimate supporters because I came out of nowhere and I have no credentials. Although my favorite pushback
of being a badass.
Oh, I
have no credentials.
She is a badass.
Yes.
I think that my favorite pushback so far is oh great, it's somebody who posted on the Caffeine Corner video, the show that I'm actually supposed to be on, said, "Oh great, another show with Chesh. What the fuck?" And it's this is where I'm supposed to be.
That was funny, actually.
Why are you posting that here?
I thought that was good, though. I thought that was funny.
Brilliant.
Wasn't Chesh having Steve on that show?
Exactly.
At that point,
I'm 95% of every show on YouTube.
Did you see that meme where? Did you see the meme where he shoots says Kyle and it's a non sequitur show and he reaches up to shoot?
That was me. I made that.
It was the funniest fucking thing I ever saw. He shoots it. Why would Kyle do this?
Or
why would Steve do this? Sorry.
Yeah,
that is my all-time favorite meme, by the way. I can't.
Oh, that was amazing.
It revived it for me. I was sick of that meme, and that brought it back.
Yeah.
That was my second favorite meme. My favorite was Elmo and the Prophet.
Steve, how do I send you something? I made one that I didn't release, and what it is, it's a scene from Iron Man 1 where he releases the Jericho, and it just says non sequitur show on the hillside, and it's got his face, Kyle's face over it. It's him blowing up the non sequitur show with the Jericho missile.
But I thought I had seen that. You didn't release it. I remember seeing that.
I think I posted it to a few people, or maybe some people shared it. You never know.
It's gotten around.
My Twitter is @SteveMcRae_, or just post it and I'll find you.
Wait, do you have a Discord or anything like that?
I don't use my Discord. I have a GDC Discord, but it's not really functional.
Okay, well, I will send it to Chess and tell her to send it to you.
Yeah, she's like my de facto secretary, anyways.
There you go.
All right, guys, this was fun.
All Night.
It wasn't what I expected, but I enjoyed it. So we'll keep you guys posted on things.
Is it ever what you expected?
No, it's never. So, and you know what? Almost always it's better. Almost always.
I mean, sometimes it's just all of us screeching at each other, and this time it was all of us screeching about how great Steve was.
But I won't. I won't be doing.
He's dead.
I'm glad it's over. I can get dressed now.
But once again, I won't be doing Caffeine Corner on Monday because I will be hanging out with the lovely and amazing, talented, exceptionally brilliant social justice warrior, one of the very few that I actually agree with. Well, I agree with some of her stuff that I actually really like, Brittany Simon. So I'm thrilled to death because I love her.
Please give her a hug for me.
I will show you something. Okay, you've actually said that. Well, I'm going to show it to you off air. I'll just tell you. I said to her, she won't care. I won't. We'll leave you with this, people. I asked her because I didn't know she was in town. I did not know she was in town, and I said, "Oh my God, do I have permission to give you the longest above the waist hug ever?" And she's like, "Yes, you have my permission." Heart.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Good night, all.
You guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Good night.